Welcome to this episode of the Have a Word
How
podcast.
are we,
lads? We've got some stuff to tell you about. Before we tell you anything, we're live in Dublin, a live podcast in Dublin, Thursday, the 6th of July.
We've got some guests for you. Do you want to know who's on? Why don't you tell them who's on, Dan, or do you want me to tell them? What way do you want to do this?
I'll do one, you do the other.
Okay.
With my first pick, I'm going Darren Conway.
Darren Conway, local legend to the Dublin area, Irish hero, a man of the people, and he's going to be joining us for the podcast section in Dublin. Also joining us for the podcast section and doing a little bit of stand-up is local legend Willa White. I met this lad in January when I was over at the Laughter Lounge. He's absolutely fucking brilliant, and we're very, very, very excited to have both of them. HaveAWordLive.com. That's where you get your tickets for the live shows. We're very excited. Glasgow's nearly sold out. Dublin, there's a couple of hundred tickets left. And now that these two guests have been announced, they're going to go quickly. Go to HaveAWordLive.com and book your tickets now.
Also, we've got the biggest Patreon in the UK, one of the biggest in the world. You know why? Because it's the best and it's value. If you love Have a Word, sign up to patreon.com/haveawordpod for as little as £3 a month. You get some good shit out of it.
You get early access to these public episodes. You get an extra episode exclusive to Patreon every single week. And you get access to the entire back catalogue, not just of those Patreon exclusive episodes, but the Patreon specials, every lock-in we've ever done. Nashville. The Amsterdam special, the Ghost Hunts. There's so many things there. There's hundreds of hours of content, and you get it all for £3. Go and sign up at patreon.com/haveawordpod now and see why we are the best Patreon in the world, pound for pound.
You know it, baby.
Wag wag leads, you're listening to the funniest podcast in the game from the heart of Liverpool with Adam, Dan, Sensei Carl and Finn. This is the one and only Have a Word.
Brought to you by Manscaped, the very best products on the market for below the waist grooming.
Go Ed, get on me.
That was just water.
How are we starting the episode? Were you going?
I thought it was a fly.
What's that?
What's that?
Oh, God. Welcome to the Have a Word podcast. Adam is dead.
Yay.
Long live Brennan.
Hey. I'm back, baby.
And by dead, I mean he's holidaying in Italy.
He's going on so many holidays.
Oh, we're going to hear all about that for fucking ages. What? He's hurt himself in Italy.
He's hurt himself?
Yeah. Carl's actually flown out to look after him.
Oh, God.
That's how close they are. So we just had to do the episode without Carl.
Yeah.
Because he just, as soon as he knows Adam's hurt, that's the kind of friendship
He's got a mother's instinct, doesn't he? With
I think it's more a lover's instinct.
Oh, is it?
It's like a mother lover, you know?
Mother lover.
A motherfucker.
Oh,
he's got the instinct of a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I can say that with some authority.
They do look like Italian brothers. Like if you saw him over there.
No, Carl looks Italian. Adam looks like he's swam across from Albania.
Yeah, but you get
Come on.
There's two different types of Italian men, isn't there? There's like long ones and handsome ones like Carl. And then there's the ones that are there in the back like, you want a pizza?
I work in the kitchen. Are you Mexican? Yes. So, he's having a good time, isn't he?
Yeah.
With his lady lumps, having a lovely time. Even Laura got holiday envy.
Really?
That's when you know you're on a good holiday, when you put it online and then your mate's missus goes, well, that looks really nice.
Yeah, but Adam only shows the best bits. That's the thing. He's going to be moaning. He's going to be having cheese. He's going to be shitting himself.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's back from looking after Adam in Italy.
He's back from Italy.
Is Adam all right? Is Adam all right? I know you've been to Italy to look after him because he's got a broken rib on him.
No, I was on the phone to the kitchen people.
Oh, all right, okay, yeah. That's the honest answer.
That's the end of that then, isn't
No,
it?
it's not his ribs, isn't it? Ribs was last time.
Yeah,
He twisted his ankle.
No, he broke his ribs
He's
last time,
twisted his
obviously.
ankle.
Yeah, and smashed his phone.
Obviously, Adam broke his ribs.
Adam smashed at least 12 of his ribs.
Yeah.
And I mean, he recovered within 3.5 weeks and it never bothered him again.
But he smashed his phone and that's going to take
Now
months
his
for him to
ankle's
get over.
broken and he's lost a foot in Italy. Yeah. But it's all right because he's on the lake so he can still swim.
Where is he?
Lake Como at the moment, done Amalfi Coast.
Goes to Milan tomorrow.
And he's going Milan. He's been Rome. No.
He's going to hate Milan as well. I went Milan in November and it's cobbly.
Really?
Well, if you've got a broken ankle.
All right.
I think actually, no, he's broke both his legs. We've got an update.
If you're going to Italy and not watching a football match, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like you're missing out on something there.
I'm going next month. He gagged, didn't he? But he went earlier.
But football ain't on, so you just have to go and watch like Sunday League, like, you know.
That's what they call it.
yeah.
The Sonderliga is Serie L.
I'm a bit thrown off here that I've sat down and you've started. I don't like it.
Well, I can see a whole summer of this coming, Carl. You've got kitchen renovations in the Spanish Quarter of Highton. And if we know something about Carl, when work's being done and someone rings, he has to answer. It's inconceivable.
Mate, do you think I'm missing out on something? Because
Whoa, sorry, lads. Just let's stop this podcast to 150,000 people. Yeah, all right, yeah. No, I'm going to need an extra 3 millimeters. I'm not talking about Dan's dick.
trying to buy worktops, Dan.
How's it going, the work? Because it's a stressful time, innit?
It's all outside now. They haven't come in the house yet.
You have an outside kitchen?
No, I'm getting an extra. On the roof.
Someone's doing fucking well.
South facing, we were right.
South facing outside kitchen.
I'm getting an extension done, so they're just doing all the outside work.
Haven't you lived there for about 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Are you getting an extension
No,
done?
he's lived there 2 years.
No, just
How
over
long
a
you
year.
been there?
Just over a year.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
I'm getting the loft done as well. That's not now. It's next year. I don't
Right.
I don't like having
Money.
money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Opposite of Adam.
No, like I've got it, but Serica goes, yeah, just spend that on this. And I'm like, all right.
So what are you getting? A new kitchen?
I'm getting an extension, so I'm making my house bigger, and then I'm putting a new kitchen in it and a new dining room and shit. Yeah.
But why do you need a bigger kitchen? Is it small kitchen?
No,
Brennan, do you know that people get new kitchens and extensions? You're literally dealing with this like you've never
So
heard
right
of it.
now,
No,
I'm sorry.
they're going to knock my
Bigger
kitchen.
building.
They're going to knock my kitchen down. There'll be no kitchen left.
What are you going to do?
Buy a new one.
In the in-between bit, I mean.
Oh, he meant in the interim.
Literally, I take away, go to people's houses and cook. I've got a couple of houses that I've said I can go in and cook.
Is that Brian from down the
I
street?
mean, one of them's my brother.
All right, okay.
One of them's my mother.
So you weren't doing like door to door?
No. And a couple of friends who said, yeah, come round and do your washing and cooking stuff. And yeah, you got to help each other out. I've got
Right,
no
can I extend, because obviously this is a time of need for you,
Yeah.
and I didn't realise that friends were reaching out. You can come round to ours and get takeaway. Can I meet you halfway?
You know how much I want to come to yours, so can you do it?
I nearly invited you on Saturday.
For-
And then the weather wasn't good, and we need the kids and the dog in the garden. Otherwise, it's going to be brutal.
Yeah, can you invite us soon, please? We're really excited. We're actually talking about it on Saturday.
I would absolutely love to have you at my house.
I've never met Jack. I've never seen his house.
Do you know what I mean? He is 2 though, and he can't talk, so it's not like he's
Oh
like,
no, but he's fun.
Daddy.
Hang on,
Where
you're
is-
one of my best mates now, which is just a fact. Has it ever?
Yeah, contractually.
Yeah, has it ever taken
But if
you
this
18
fucking
months?
blew up, you ain't going
Oh
around
no,
to it.
Carl's one of the ones I'd keep in touch with.
Is it? What about him? What about that one?
Oh yeah, Finn. He's like an adopted son, and let's call it quits there.
It's been too long for me to not see one of my best mates' babies. That's all I'm saying.
All right, cool. Well, we'll do the great unveiling.
That
Yeah.
sounded creepy as fuck.
I'm right now.
I just want to see that child that can't tell anyone anything.
I wanted to see him younger, but he'll do it too. Yeah, he's getting fun at the moment.
And now?
He's starting to get fun.
What is he now?
Ginger. Yeah, he's still ginger. He's not growing out of that. He's
Age.
really leaning
Is
into
he
it.
still Chinese?
He's a little bit Japanese.
Is he Japanese now?
Oh, what the?
Ginger.
He's a ginger.
He speaks with an Asian accent. He's
Daddy,
not joking.
daddy. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
Full Asian.
I mean, we're not raising him Asian.
No.
I know he
You're
gets
not like, it's for I.
what is Asian?
I couldn't think
What's
of
that?
Asahi.
What type of pea do you want? Wasabi.
Teaching him the
Hey.
B is for bento box.
This is why a lot of the industry don't like us. Wasabi. No, so when he just started speaking, it was a very Japanese sound, Chinese sound. What? I've got a video somewhere.
Sounds like you're not giving this kid water.
Shit, yeah. It was
He's
dehydration.
so dehydrated. He's just like, please, look at my ginger locks.
His first word was, why?
W for Y.
Yeah, he's getting pretty fun.
Yeah,
Bit of a daddy's boy as well.
Yes.
I mean, until he wants his mum well more, but every toy is just copying like my toys now.
I hope not.
Not toys. Do you know what I mean? Like
I hope not, Dan.
he's got a lawnmower.
Oh.
What do you think I meant? But like a
I bought you a
cot
flashlight
rim.
for Christmas.
Yeah, he hasn't got a he has got a flashlight for toddlers.
My first flashlight.
My first flashlight. It lights up.
She's got Peppa Pig's mouth like, oh.
Oh no!
It's illegal in many countries. He said that. That's his words. not mine.
Yeah.
That's horrible. Do you know what I ate? I got them babies who poo and cry.
Like
What?
my baby
the
all gone.
dolls. The dolls.
So weird.
Yeah.
Yep, this baby has a shite.
Yeah.
Why the fuck do I want it then?
Right. The ones that do all the bodily.
Yeah.
No.
Has she never been into that?
She's got. I don't know. She's got one. I think she might have one that cries.
But why
she-
would you want? Yeah, you want
but
the one
she just
that can't
waterboarded
barely
it.
open its eyes. Do you know when you like flick
Yeah.
it back and it goes?
And they're really freaky old ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
The ones where one of the eyelids goes and it's like, end it.
The Adam doll, yeah.
The Adam doll.
That was
Baby
Finn's joke.
Adam. Yeah, but she had a crying one. She had a crying one, but
What-
she's basically waterboarded.
Why would you
it
buy
in the
your
bath.
baby a thing that cries?
I give them what they want to a point.
Because how do they decide? Because like when we were kids, do you remember when we were kids? When we were kids,
What were you like? It was different, wasn't it?
but you'd like sit watching like Cartoon Network, and then there'd be amazing adverts, and you go, "I want that." Like what? How do kids now decide? Because they don't watch telly.
YouTube's pretty smart about adverts. They sort of realise that kids are watching, fucking Blippy die.
What's Blippy?
Oh, he's just an absolute orange and blue paedophile. Oh, I'd love him to get nonce.
colours, though.
I would love him to get American
the
YouTube.
B&M colours them.
Yeah, and they have a wear
my
colour.
Oh, is he like
Oh.
Justin?
He's so annoying.
Mr. Tumble.
Hi, I'm Blippy. Oh,
He looks like Mario's gay cousin.
not a big fan. But yeah, they know what they're doing with a bit of product placement.
Oh, is it all like the unboxings and all that?
Oh god, that's the biggest load of shit
There's a kid
available to
called
kids.
Ryan, isn't there? That's like absolutely minted.
I think that might be why Jack's learning to talk how he's talking. He's American. Oh, sorry, I didn't get. Sorry, is that well, he's
That is insensitive. Give him a red. You can't be handing out yellow cards to this chap.
mate. If we go red this early,
No, you got.
I mean, he's of Asian origin, isn't he? That's okay. Don't back out of the fucking thing. It was bad. Yeah, the unboxing one's horrific because it's like, oh my god, it's a secret egg. It's 20 quid.
You could just
And
see
it's-
the dad in the fucking side going, unbox that now. Like Joe
just
Jackson, you
such
fucking better unbox that now.
Bullshit. Nothing's in it. Oh my god, there's a little £2 doll.
What
And
was
it's
the
just the
What was the
excitement.
one you wanted when you watched the telly? Is there one that sticks in your mind that either you never got or you did
It's just
get that you waited
Transformers.
for ages for?
Yeah, I remember it was like Power Rangers Christmas, and there was the Megazord, and then they brought out the White Ranger Saber, and my mum had a fight with someone in a Toys R Us for it because she got in a basket, getting my brothers and sisters' stuff, and then a woman leant into the basket, and my mum was like, "You fucking not."
That is a red card from Asda, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's basically that's Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger. They've done a whole film about that.
That's a disgrace.
When the SNES came out, the Super Nintendo. That was honestly, I must have been about 10,
That one's like
11.
colour TV.
Yeah, I was swimming around in my dad's balls then.
God, it was so big. I wanted a SNES so much. And there was an American version, and then they brought out the UK version. Oh, God, I've never wanted something so much.
And did you get it?
Nope.
What? Oh, mate.
You know why? Because I saved up my money,
Got it yourself.
didn't save enough, and then got a Sega Game Gear instead.
Game Gear was so bad.
Sega Game Gear.
It was like a PSP,
Yeah,
but
but
the
massive.
size of a boogie board.
Yeah.
It was ginormous.
Hey, I was such an accidental Sega kid. I had the Master
Sega.
System. I had the Master System because it was cheap. Every time I nearly got there, I was like, I can't. I just had. I had no patience as a kid.
Did you ever have a
so
Dreamcast?
pocket money and I got. So I nearly bought a fucking PlayStation, and then I think I bought a Sega Saturn.
No, the worst.
It was the worst piece of poo I've ever owned. I kept doing it. I never learned. Master System Game Gear.
How much were you getting
Sorry,
given a
what
week?
was that?
It was a Game Gear.
How much were you getting given a week for your gay gear? What was your-
Sega Game
Hang
Gear.
on, let me think.
What was your pocket money?
2 shillings. Yeah, I got threatened a bit if I was really good. You know, because I'm old.
No, what were you getting? Maybe like a £5 a week or something?
Was I getting a £5 a week? For pocket money, I can't even remember if I got pocket money. We
What
had
were you
an,
saving up then?
Pockets weren't invented then.
we had,
Hand money.
I mean, I had a paper round.
Did you?
And you saved that.
No, I struggled to save.
What did you buy your gay gear with?
Just birthday money, Christmas
right,
money,
okay.
and then when you just. So there was an old man that lived around the corner.
Oh, that's how you got your money. Okay.
Sucked him up.
He was called
Gay
Billy.
gear.
He was called Billy, and he looked after the woman that lived next door to us, and he didn't have kids or grandkids, and he used to take me, and I can hear what I'm saying. I can hear what I'm saying now.
Not swimming.
He just took us for these photo shoots,
What?
No.
What for?
and he paid us to just wear these costumes.
Like what?
This is a joke.
Yeah, oh my god! Even at 6, I'd be like, mate, I don't even know what the word nonce means.
Wow. I shit myself then.
He was a really lovely old man, and my mum and him got on,
Oh, why?
and and he used to take us to the sweet shop, but because he hadn't got any kids or anything, like if we went to the sweet shop, I might get 50p from my mum, and that was like, woo, windfall. This bitch feeling generous.
Yeah, 50p is good for
He
for
would
them.
like £2 it on the regs. £2. Like I remember getting like £1.50 off him and going, like, I don't even know this motherfucker. And he's dropping £1.50. And this is when penny sweets were pennies.
Yeah.
Mate, so I used to go to Diane's, which was a shop on Liverpool Road in Penwitham. And I used to be like, it was one of my favourite things to do, just go, put £1 down and go, 100 candy shrimps.
Oh.
And she'd go, oh, fuck my life. But she was so tight, she wouldn't just guess. She would go, all right, cool, we're doing this.
She wouldn't do a handful.
No, she'd get a big bag and go, one, and literally hate you for every 1, 2, 3,
What a bitch.
4, 5, 6.
She would have been the same woman that was like 2 school kids in the shop at once. You're like, fucking just let us in.
Diane's was, they were sound. I ended up delivering papers for them later on. They were lovely people, but at that age where who wants 100 candy shrimps? Just for some reason, I had to be that kid. So I could walk out like, yeah, I'm a millionaire.
Well, I went
How
to
many
the,
you got?
We had the chocolate box by ours, which is the shop, the corner shop.
It's called what?
The chocolate box. And it was owned by...
If an old man round the corner, a business owner, you mean?
business,
Right.
an owner of a business. He was lovely.
Yeah, good
And,
man.
I remember I got a 10 off me nan once. I can't remember what it was for. Doing something good in school or something. And the lad used to live behind me, Jed. I went in and we used to love the Blue Dolphins.
Yeah, the Blue Dolphins. They're still around now.
Yeah.
What are they, like sweets?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're white on the
they're
bottom.
not like Gary's.
I used to love the Mitsubishis.
So I pick a mixed box, like the thing to get it chipped in is a tenner's worth. It's 1,000. So when I went, I'll have the whole box. And me and Jeb went home, and I was like, fucking, he was like, lad, you're heavy. And I was like, heavy me, honey. Sat there and scanned them all.
You've totally one-upped me on that.
Just bought the whole box. I went, I'll have the box.
Just literally go to the supplier and get it, VAT.
You
off.
went wholesale?
Yeah, literally.
Do you want to go to the corner shop? I want to go Costco, mum. Get your fucking card. I am feeling fucking...
The fella was like, wow.
Which is what? Wow.
Yeah, because usually like, I'll have 20p's worth of that. I'll have a quarter of cola bottles and all that.
Yeah.
That was the time as well when he would have lifted it up to see the Queen's head. Do you know that? Yeah, that was the check.
Yeah. £10 box, £10 note, walked on with a box, and he was like, lad. I was like, oh, I'm heavy, aren't I?
Do you know, I used to make my money when I was about 11, so I started a paper round, and then I realised that I could sell page frees at school. So what I would do, I'd have like 20 papers, take all the page frees out, so people would just get page 2 to page 5. Like these men in the morning were like, fucking hate the wives and the job, and they turn it and they want to see what Kelsey's saying. And
Yeah,
then
but you've also taken the second page of the sport as well.
that just went in the bin, that.
Oh my God.
So I'd do that. I'd like rip, like, do you know when you like perforate it
Yeah,
and you just rip it? So I'd just go into school with a big bag full of tits.
And sell them.
You sell just the tit of the day,
How much are you getting for them?
like 50p. Yeah.
Brennan was an 11-year-old pornographer.
The paper's about 30p. Just got to buy the whole thing.
But when I first discovered that you could buy basically like a paper full of tits, like Daily Sport.
Daily Sport,
The
yeah.
Daily Sport. So, and they'd just sell it to a kids, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
What I would do is I'd have it on my, so I'd go in the alleyway and have it on the handlebars and just have a flick through and have a little go. Just have a wank in the
Oh, I mean, listen, there's no judgment here. Everyone's had a daily sport wank, but never on a bike, Brennan.
Well,
I've
it's
never
hard as well because you can't
masturbated
put
on a
both
BMX.
feet on the floor, so you can't get, like, do you know, because you're just a bit too. So you have to like.
Brennan, the last
So just
time you
one
were here,
song.
you told us a story that went viral.
Oh yeah.
Oh, mate, the worst thing about that. So
If
since I was last
you don't
on-
remember, by the way, last time Brennan was here, he told us a story about sucking himself off and coming in his own mouth.
and now
Tale as old as time.
I've gigged for over 10 years, and people drive by in the street. You come in your own mouth, and I go, fucking hell. People go, what's your cum taste like, lad? Like I'm just on a night out, and then my mum sat me down. So I went to go and see her. And
Is this recently?
This is about 2 months ago.
In the light of what you said here?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
And because my mum shares everything.
Mama like that.
Everything.
Mama like that.
It's the one thing she's not shared in over 10 years.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And she went, look, it's all fun and games, but this is affecting other people. That was your brother's bed. And I was like, is that what you're taking out of this? That was. And she goes, please don't talk about that on the thing. I go, I know, I just got a bit carried away. And she goes, I know, but your auntie's seen it. I'm like, why? She went, well, I've showed her. And,
She's like a Daily Mail really who's like, this is disgusting. Let me send it to all of my other disgusted friends.
so now my mum knows, but like,
She knew anyway.
she knew we've got something in common. Like we've all done it.
What she loves sucking.
Well,
No.
no, we've all
No,
performed
Brennan.
oral as
I haven't.
adults.
I've never sucked a
You've
man
never
off.
sucked. No, but women, you've sucked a woman.
I've sucked
bits.
a woman off, yeah.
Yeah, you sucked a woman
I wonder
off.
if your auntie's watching this now. Hiya, Auntie Brennan. Your mum's a wonderful woman,
She's great.
but I really think she's buried the lead on what was going on there. That was your brother's bed, and he's going to have to recover from this mentally.
What do you mean by she shares everything? As in, like, your clips?
Shares clips,
Oh, I thought you
podcast
meant
clips.
like she'd tell you everything.
No, she's not like, oh, just had a shit. Like, you're like, what?
But did you have a parents who would talk about sex and stuff? I've never once in my 31 years on this planet spoke to my mum about sex. Ever.
My mum
Ever.
years ago, when she was, I think, hoping for a gay,
She nearly got one.
I remember coming home one day.
25% of the way.
So I've talked quite a lot about gay sex, but never about real sex. And what not that gay sex,
Yeah.
real
Gay
sex.
sex is
In my
hang on,
reality.
what do you mean?
It's just different,
You've
innit?
talked to your mum about bumming, but not about...
Well, I've never said, oh, that girl there. Well, I didn't lose my virginity till quite late. I was 22. Whoa, all right. Is that what we're laughing at, is it?
Hey, order. You've done some catching up on that, kid.
Thank you.
Fucking
I
hell.
won't worry about how late it was. You've definitely put the stats. You're
Yeah,
like Jamie
yeah.
Vardy. What worry about? You've won the league late.
But now I'm a bit fatter and a bit older. I have just been relegated back to the championship. But I'm sticking with him. So,
Going to Saudi.
yeah, my mum, I came home once and my mum, she was sort of sat there on the laptop, Lenovo, and she goes,
Fancy.
Product placement.
and she goes, what's this? And it was a website for gay celebrities. Now, I'm neither. It was like gayscelebrity.com. And
It's quite on the nose. Isn't it?
maybe it was .co.uk. I can't remember.
oh.
But there was a fan page for me. Pictures off my Facebook.
Oh, shit.
Like all that. Ooh. Just pictures of me. And she goes, why have you done that? And I went, what? She went, why have you made this website? And I said, do you think this is how I was going to come out? Like that? And she was like, well, who's made it? And I went, I don't know. Like someone's just made it. And she went, well, what have you got to tell me? I said, I'm not gay. And she was like, well, I'm going to have to tell him. And I went, who? And she was like, oh, I'm just going to have to write to the internet. Are you fucking mad? So then for a while, I just sort of play it. And she'd be like, you know, if you're going out with your friends, make sure, you know, you wear a condom. And I go, you don't need a condom for bumming, which you do actually, which I didn't know.
You need a condom for all penetrative sex.
What sex?
All penetrative
Sex, yeah.
So for a good while,
He got the birds and the bees off Bruce Forsyth.
you sound like Alex Turner at Glastonbury.
Oh, don't-
Predators,
We're not talking about that. Fucking
sex.
waste of.
So yeah, I've talked about bumming. Never really talk about clitoral stimulation with my own mother.
Well, you're not on your own there. I never squeezed it in before she died either. Now I know you're ill, Mum, but there's some things we haven't chatted about, and we'll get to bumming later. But no, I didn't have the birds and the bees.
Not with your dad.
I got a condom from Affleck's Palace.
What's that?
in Manchester.
It's where I had my first job. It's like where goths go to hibernate.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
You'd hate it, Carl.
Oh,
If you want
God.
more-
Oh my God. We could do a Patreon special taking Carl and Adam to Affleck's. Fuck me.
It's 4 floors of sadness and stripy tights.
And by the way, when you're 14, 15, it's the cool. it was the
it's so
coolest
cool.
place ever.
Yeah.
I used to want to go and get my hair dreaded.
Oh, it was.
Hang on, is it like Quiggins in Liverpool?
What it's an old, a really old. I would imagine like warehouse or almost like.
I think it was like a
department
sewing
store.
factory or
Oh,
something
right,
like that.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
So-
no, I think it was a department
Right,
store.
but it really it's got a stairwell up the middle that looks relatively new.
Yeah.
But then all the floors, it's such a fucking tinderbox. Like if they had even a small fire in the middle of Affleck's,
I'm surprised
you
they
are
haven't because the amount of
losing-
incense that's burning.
Exactly. You've lost 20 hippies in half an hour.
The
It's-
burning incense because they can't wear deodorant, them goths, can they?
No. It's like the incense is Satan's
It's like
deodorant.
Rastafarians giving blood, innit?
What?
They can't give blood, can they?
What? Why? Too much rum?
famously.
Me veins are full of rum.
Oh, the Rastas always like a little bit of rum.
Give him blood and ting.
There was do you remember the condom shop in Affleck's Palace? This is in the Northern Quarter in Manchester.
And it was called Rubber Plantation.
Yes!
Big shout out.
So I went there when I was about 14, 15, and I remember thinking, I'm going to live here one day. Not in the rubber plantation. And I ended up living in the Northern Quarter. It's such a... I know it's become a lot more popular, but it was quite alternative back in the day. Now there's just so many cool bars around there.
Yeah.
There used to be proper old boozers, and you had to find the places to drink, but it was always the record shops. They're like
Night and
alternative,
day.
independent. Yeah,
There'd be a few
really
gig
cool
Roadhouse.
gaffs. I loved it. And going to the rubber plantation, it was, I think you got, it was either like 6 Johnnies for a $5, or was it sort of...
That's expensive.
No, was it 5 Johnnies for £1?
That's
But
nuts.
part of the experience of going to Affleck's Palace, anyone 13, 14 years old could not go to Affleck's Palace without coming back with a little pick and mix bag of Johnnies.
I went
they
in with a
were
tenner
all-
once and went, I'll have the box.
What kind did you get? Like, are they all like flavours in that?
Yeah, so
like currywurst.
Oh,
Yeah, they did currywurst one.
Currywurst. How is that the first one that's gone to you? All of the fruits were available. Currywurst.
It just stuck out that he's like,
Yeah,
it was
that's
before
not
Christmas
nice.
markets as well, so it's quite innovative.
Blueberry. I remember blueberry because I blew that one up. I put it on. Just a fucking idiot. Put it on in my mum's bedroom. Then blew it up, popped it, and then just got
Like a
eight.
gender reveal.
Yeah.
But nothing comes out. You're like, we're not keeping it.
I am a boy.
what? You put a used Johnny in your mum's room and then left?
I just, when you're just like, oh, I've got a Johnny. I was probably about 14. Put it on. I was like, ah. And then there's nothing else to do. So I just took it off, blew it up, popped it.
On your own?
And then, there's no one else there.
What were you popping it with?
I don't know. I just think I was just.
No, I think if you blow something up big enough, Brennan, it just pops, doesn't it?
Yeah, but Johnnies have got to go big.
Yeah, well.
They put
I
big
left it
dicks
on
in
my
them.
mum's bed.
You left it on the bed.
I blew it up with a man's dick. Sorry, it was that old guy, Billy. And I got a whiskey flavoured condom. I lost my virginity wearing a whiskey flavoured condom
What?
Wait,
from
that needs to simmer.
Rubber Plantation.
Did the person sort of just get your balls like that?
That was a 10-year-old Scott. Hey!
We've been doing this. I know she had said a lot for maybe a decade now, and you've never mentioned that you lost your virginity with a whiskey flavoured condom.
to a girl called Steph, and she put Boys in the Hood on the fucking TV.
Fucking hell.
Was a
Big back
Hennessy
telly.
dick?
She was from Southside LA. I lost my virginity
How old were you?
in Compton.
In the Compton.
I was 22. No, I wasn't. I was 14.
He was
No.
he was statutorily raped.
Statutorily.
What is?
Statutorily.
What's the statutory bit?
Yeah.
Means you're
You can consent, but you're
minor.
actually not. Yeah, you're
you
a man.
can't legally consent as a minor, and he was 14.
And how old was?
But I wasn't saying no.
16.
I was saying, that whiskey tastes good. I was like, oh,
Why were you tasting the whiskey?
Hang on, wait,
Because I blew it up and popped it.
wait. What? Did she not go, why is this whiskey flavoured?
It was hers. I think we'd been to Affleck's.
You planned it because that's what people do in it in
No,
teenagers.
we didn't go to Affleck's. Tonight's the big night.
What do you want to
Which
taste like?
flavour? Well, Curryverse is a little bit on the nose.
And then going to the other shops, right? Let's get a poster, put that down.
Yeah,
What about Anna Kournikova stroking her ass?
Yeah, train spotting.
Did you taste it in here? Did you have a go of here?
What?
You know, you can go in out, shake it all about.
No, I didn't really taste it. I was just being silly, but I didn't go down on her the first.
Because that is too
That's
much in it. I think like
you can't go down on her. Who went down on a girl the first? That's advanced.
Possibly me.
Possibly.
Yeah.
On your virginity.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I feel sick. I'm literally like, oh god.
wait,
Can I just say, I don't know if the mic's picked it up, but Brennan's tummy so audibly rumbled then. It was like, oh, I'm hungry for pussy.
Tell me more about this 14-year-old.
no,
Hunger
wait.
strikes.
Before you do the pokey stuff,
Yeah.
you do everything else.
Yeah.
So you've already done all that.
Yeah. That's
So
the
that-
build up.
You don't do all the bases
Maybe.
first.
No, I had. I'd done everything before I'd done
Me too.
the actual deed.
So you done. Wait, hang on. So you.
I remember his poison though. No wonder I like black porn.
Oh, that's Friday, innit? I'm trying to think. Oh, Boys in the Hood. There's no like nice bits. Is there?
Hope you find your way down Compton Avenue, motherfucker. Oh, it's the bit where he goes, I'm selling this shit for $59.95, and it's like a. Hang on, am I misremembering? Which one's Boys in the Hood? It's the
think
one with
you
Cuba
remember-
Gooding Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
You
am.
remember them Friday, like me?
No, I'm not. In Boys in the Hood, there's a bit where one of them holds up a liquor store and they've got the CCTV and he's just repeatedly watching it.
Right.
I mean,
I've watched it for years.
Friday is, mate. We could do a watch along.
Yeah.
On Friday. One of my favorite films ever. I fucking loved it.
I do think it's weird when people shag when the telly's on or like when films are on though, because that gets ingrained in your head, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, I lost my anal virginity to Friday.
I lost my virginity to the.
And I fucked a man to
400
Amistad. Give us a free.
Go on, Pin.
Mine was the 400 meter hurdles at the 2016 Olympics.
That was a quick
Please tell me
shag.
you'd come before it had finished.
It's a quick shag, that.
Oh, it was just the Olympics was on. I can't remember exactly, but it was the Rio Olympics. That's what was on. It was the middle of the
That
night.
gets me going as well.
Yeah.
It was the middle of the
4 a.m. First time. Let's go. 10 telly on.
Am I the only person who just said it's like the Olympics have got sponsored by a can of pop? It's the Rio Olympics.
But yeah, you did everything before you did the actual sex. You'd done everything first.
But no one wants to see, like, I don't know how old you were when you first tasted Mother Nature.
17.
17. But that's too young, that. You've only just been able to buy a lottery ticket. Like,
I haven't done that either. I've never bought a lottery ticket.
you're not. You've got to do that before you lick anyone out.
Well, I'm lost then, haven't I? I've done that loads.
You never got a lottery ticket from the chocolate box?
Is that when someone's not douched?
It's a winner!
It could be you.
I've never bought a lottery ticket, no. Let's knock it off the
You got a
subject.
scratch card?
Yeah, it was a with Steve. I think we had a tenner, and then we kept going back into the shop. So we'd go into the car, scratch it, go back in and go £2, and we did that until we had no money.
We were there for 3 weeks.
We were there for a while, to be fair. But yeah, you did all the things, all the bases before you had sex. You did. You just can't remember.
I think if you're 14 and you're getting,
Oh, 14, maybe not.
statutorily.
You weren't going down on ladies at 14, were you?
I honestly don't remember. I just remember a lot of gangland shootings and me. I don't think I didn't spidoosh on
You
my
didn't, so
on my
you
first
didn't lose
time.
your virginity.
I didn't.
What, you didn't?
Did I not though?
No.
Mine was like a Black Friday sale. I'd literally fallen over through the automatic door. I was like, oh, it was so bad.
My first time was awful.
Mine was.
Mine was.
She was a mate that, and it just got out of hand.
I think
we were
I-
friends
I-
from drama
I
group.
think anxiety induced. This is a rare story. Mine was an hour and a half.
Oh my god!
Oh my
Was
god.
that the 1500 meters?
Sting over here, fucking tantric
I
sex.
don't
He
know
finishes,
what
it's the
happened.
2012 Olympics, 2020 Olympics. Got a beard. Fuck me.
As you say
She's
about
just
one
dust.
yet.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Straight.
Yeah,
Was it their first time?
yeah.
She's never had sex since. Have you had sex once? Yeah, I've had sex once. Have you had sex twice? No, the burning.
She must have
the
had
chafing.
a burned area.
Yeah,
Yeah, should be
there was
walking
a
around
lot
like
of
Christian
chafing
Bale in The
going on.
Prestige.
You wanted to get down the rubber plantation. You could have got through every flavour.
What? Hang on. So you were going first time, 10
Yeah.
minutes in, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
this is long. I thought 20 minutes in, let's keep going. And now what
Well,
is you went, let's keep going.
It's a new experience. I was just like, oh my God, I'm amazing at this. This is
Condom
going
on?
well. No.
What?
Whoa, bareback on
I
your
know.
debut, yeah?
I don't know what happened.
The coverage of the presenters on the Olympics must have changed over.
It was Sue Barker.
You've got a raw dog for Sue.
Raw dogging on your debut.
Yeah, it's real, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's how they populate the town.
Did you finish?
Yeah.
You must have blown her back out. Fucking hell. It must have been like poison over for you as well. Big exit wound in her back.
A medal and some flowers.
They shoot it. Oh my God.
Did she?
Huh?
Did she finish?
Yeah.
At what point?
Multiple times throughout.
No way. Bollocks.
Because there was
Oh,
stopping
sorry.
to do
Pause the
some.
pod. It's Finn's great sex, ladies and
There
gents.
was stopping to do some hand stuff as well.
You gave
Hand
a girl
stuff.
multiple
What,
orgasms.
shaking hands, passing over money.
The battle.
I'm not. I honestly, it feels like this is a lie, and
is.
sometimes it's not. It's genuinely not. It was very codeine induced as well. Don't know what happened.
Oh, you were high.
I was high. Yeah.
Jesus
How old
Christ,
are you?
Rill. What are you doing?
17.
So you went, let's pop some codeine and have 90-minute sex to the Olympics.
Yeah, fucking Jim Morrison over here.
That sounds like an old couple who were terminal who were doing it for the last time. Should we have a codeine and fucking go at it until one of us dies?
Codeine puts me a kick as well.
Turns me on apparently.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And when did your nest accept after that? That wasn't good English. But, you know.
When did you nest egg?
2 days later.
Mate. How long did that last?
Four.
It was. I think looking back, it was an anxiety thing. I don't know why, but I think that's what happened.
you
And
stayed-
it was
you
still
stayed
like
going,
an
yeah?
hour, like
You
for the
fucking player.
for like a year. It was like an hour. It
What?
was-
I've
yeah.
never done it for an hour in my life.
Well, I can't anymore. But like, I wish those are the days.
Did you
man.
not-
No, mate, I had the total different anxiety. I jizzed so quick. I
Yeah,
got so
same.
excited. I could literally jizz on the driveway walking up to the house. I was so...
Did you not
like, oh,
fancy her?
Yeah,
You sure?
yeah.
Did she go to a different school? He's like, yeah, I've done it.
That's mad.
Yeah.
What? She must have loved you.
Huh?
You giving him multiple orgasms every time you had sex?
Not every time later on. We got together after that. We were together for a few
I
years.
bet you did.
Yeah.
Hell, mate, she was locking you down. 17-year-old.
But I bet the next one after that, when there's someone just down there, just like, she's like, this is dreadful.
Yeah, you've ruined their expectations.
I think it's worse leaving it later. Like because when you're 22, you know that it's like, do you know when like parents split up as kids and parents split up as adults, you know the gist, don't you? So like when you're 17, 14,
That's
you're
too young.
just like, yeah. But like when you're 22,
I was Mexican.
A is for
but when you're 22, you like, you know, there's the pressure. Then you're like, they've done it with other people.
Oh, did you not find that your own virgin? No.
I didn't find my own virgin. No, I didn't.
Are you a vampire?
And I didn't tell her either. She knew afterwards, obviously, but I never told the person. I just was like, oh, I reckon I can style it.
Yeah. Why so late, Brennan?
Do you know what? I really loved having it because it meant when I was at uni, I was probably the last one to have it. And girls went mad. They were like, I'm going to take that. I'm going to fucking have that.
How old are these women?
Big northern burly man. I'm a lecturer.
So girls would try and it basically add another point on my out of 10 because girls were like, I really want to take his virginity.
Like a vampire.
Yeah. And then there was one girl, I was nearly said her name then, this Northern Irish girl, and she was
Fanula.
Fanula, and she was too much. And I remember one night waking up in the middle of the night in London, and she was squatting over me and she was trying to pop my knob in her. And I went,
Whoa.
What a playful use of language for something that is genuinely threatening.
Pop me knob in it.
like she was literally squatting like she was doing CrossFit, and she was trying to put it in, and I went, what are you doing? And she went, go back to sleep. No, honest to God. I swear to God. She's married now.
back to sleep.
Say a name.
I can't.
That's a disgrace. She's got away with that. Imagine her way round. You'd be in Nick.
Go back to sleep.
Go back to sleep.
Yeah. I didn't.
Of course you didn't.
I did.
Well, you've asked nicely.
Imagine if you did. What if you went?
Were you hard?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I must have been.
Oh, shit. Everyone fucks for an hour and a half and sleeps hard. Real men on this pod.
But
Northern Irish female rapist, like, go back to sleep.
she called me up. She went, "You've got 3 minutes to go back to sleep."
You got 3 minutes to fuck me.
What the fuck?
So about a year later, I was on a date in London again. I went to London a few times, and
Flex, mate.
it was Christmas time by the Natural History Museum, and I'm skating hand in hand with this other girl. And do you know how everyone has to go one way around the ice track, right? The ice rink. Fanula was on the ice rink, but she was coming at me. She was going anti-clockwise, and she was skating like she was playing for fucking Manchester Storm. She was like arms down, and she'd just come by and she'd go, "Who the fuck is she?" And then come back round, "You're a fucking piece of shit." And she just got like, she basically do drive-by heckles.
fuck?
Yeah.
She sounds fit.
She was fit, but she was fucking.
She is drop dead gorgeous.
She is
You
fucking
cannot be
mad.
such a rapey psycho and be a munter. That's just the rules.
Go back to sleep.
Go back to sleep. I'll see you ice skating.
What did you do when you stayed the week? Did you tell her to fuck off?
No, I think because I was a bit of a fanny then. I'm too much of a people pleaser anyway. Well, not like that. But like
just shagged her?
I just sort of stayed awake and I think she was big spoon. Yeah.
Wow,
And
Brennan,
that was one of the times I was nearly raped.
You've been hurt.
And that one was for Brennan's mum and Brennan's auntie, who will be watching this.
Auntie Erica, that's for you.
Being horrified.
I think that was the lady's name.
It wasn't. CM was the initials.
Punk.
Ashton Kutcher burst out and he went, "Gotcha!" And I went, "Who the fuck are you?"
Got raped by CM Punk.
Yeah.
Wild.
Think said it
She
word.
fucking bummed me through a table.
Right, let's have a break. There's no following fucking Fanula.
Hey, you! The podcast's on a little break here, isn't it? There's nothing for you to listen to. So why don't you do us a favour while we're on a break? Like this if you're on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel if you're on YouTube. Leave a comment. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, leave us a 5-star review with a nice little comment. If you're listening on Spotify, leave us a 5-star review with a nice little comment.
Follow us online, all our socials, at Have a Word Pod. Give us a
Share
follow.
our stuff. If you see a video, like it and share it.
sound.
Costs you nothing. Makes the
Don't be a
world
dick
a
about
difference
it.
to us. You know what I mean?
being a dick
Don't be
about it?
sly.
Share it, you fucking lit.
Be a fucking rat.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the podcast.
I'm not doing it.
Welcome back to the podcast where we're just talking about good times and happy memories.
Do you know when you've literally just pulled a pin on a grenade?
Yeah.
And now I want to know, but we're going.
Listen, we've all got our lives together so well, haven't we? I mean, that's a fact, isn't it? So let's give some advice.
Oh.
The only thing we're going to miss here is Adam, because he's sage, mate.
I'll solve your problems. I'll tell you the best thing to do. If you want to do it, you'll be fine. If you don't, you might do time. Agony Brennan. Hey.
This is from M, who is a lady from
EM.
Glasgow. Someone commented on something going, "Why are you saying lady? Because you're not Bill Burr." It's like, it's a Bill Burr reference. It's to show we love him. Shut the fuck up.
And also, like,
No, it's
she's a lady.
It's a homage to Bill Burr. That's why I do it, because he's the best and we love him. I'm not nicking a joke, am I?
You look a bit
I'm just
Bill
letting
Burr-y
you
as well.
know. I'm letting listeners know that we love Bill Burr.
This feels like an homage. You get a bit angry about that.
Homage.
Homage.
This is the most northern thing. A bit of an homage.
Homage. 016
Fucking
on homage.
Fucking homage. This is from a lady from Glasgow. My question, I'll do it as a fucking lady. Hello.
Hello.
I am a Glaswegian lady. My question, advice, I want to hear from you lot, is about being social. I consider myself to be an introvert. I have a low social battery. Finn, this is a term I didn't know much about until you started banging around in Tenerife.
Me and Finn are very similar in this sense.
And I struggle to stay on a night out for longer than 3 hours. We're talking 6 p.m. Right. This is my favourite bit of the question. She's gone, I struggle to stay on a night for longer than 3 hours. We're talking 6 p.m. till 9 p.m. or 7 till 10 p.m. etc. Just to give you a wee idea of how fucking time works, that is 3 fucking hours.
Ours. You in a bit
Ours.
a bit Irish?
How
to
do you all
sleep.
manage to have something to? How do you all manage to have something to chat about for all of that time? Do you ever worry about running out of conversations? Love the pod and think yous are all cracking, especially Finn.
Whoa.
Mama
You could
like
have two
that.
lots of sex over 3 hours.
Yeah,
Fucking mama like that.
I like it.
By the way, this is a social anxiety thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think.
anxiety.
No. But I mean, the conversation thing isn't something I've ever had. I don't think any of us would ever have.
We have
that.
conversations
Yeah.
for our job,
Yeah.
so we know how to have.
But
them.
in terms of the social battery thing, we it was us three, wasn't it, on holiday talking about it? And you
I'm
just
so
got-
interested by it because I think I've never heard the term,
I've
but
never
you're
heard the
quite
term.
up on your mental health. It's just when you get to a
When you
point
charge.
where you are like, I'm a bit wiped out with hanging out with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not going to contribute anything to this night. I'm just going to
Yeah.
be deflated. So I may as well just dip out now and then go.
Because you charge, I think you charge in a group.
I think
whereas-
he's both.
Or like
Yeah, 'cause
solar panel,
in the-
these like
Genuinely,
off
yeah.
the energy.
Whereas I charge on my own. So say there's like a group in my house. Say there's like a party. If I go and sit in my room on my own for half an hour, I'm okay. I have to take myself away. It's like
No, I
I
don't.
have
That's
to
not
be on
me.
my own. That's how I get my energy back. Whereas Adam, put Adam in a room with 100 people and he's charging.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite of that.
Oh, at a party, going and sitting on my own for half an hour would not help anything. I charge
that's not the same.
with
You need
the
to be
energy.
out of the situation.
Right, okay.
See, I'm a you. Like, I went on a stag do about a year ago. Never been on one before. It was just like 10 lads in a house. It was fucking boring because it was like, let's drink for 4 days. I'm like, not my thing. So I'd go round a Tesco. It was in like Ipswich. Just go and walk around a Tesco for an hour, read the things, don't buy anything, come back. I'm ready for a drink.
Yeah, you
And
feel
then
you
3
don't-
hours later after ping pong, you're like, I'm going to go and watch a Netflix.
Yeah.
And then come down and I can have a but
Absolutely.
Yeah.
fucking, not just sitting around for 4 days being like, drinking's good, innit?
No, so they charge in groups. I'm the opposite. My energy is draining on a night out. It isn't going up.
Yeah, in Tenerife, having the day to myself was so good because by the time me and Will met for a drink, and that was very regularly me and Will having a drink at tea time, I was so pumped to see everyone. But that's a week. That was 8 days of intense. I love all of you lot and Adam, and I can't do 8 full days. Like, I don't know who can.
I was doing the reverse
That's
of you.
mad.
I was with everyone all day.
Yeah.
And then the night I was like, I need to go and be on my own.
You ducking out.
I was the opposite of you.
So I've seen social anxiety because of Laura, and so we sold the pram, the Jack's pram and all the attachments, put it on Facebook Marketplace. And Laura's like, I put it up. She put it on for they were up for 300 quid. She was like, I'm going to put it up for 200 because someone really needs this full pram set. It was like over $1,000. She was like, I'd rather get rid of it. And I'd also just, if someone's nice, I'd rather do them a solid. And they came round, and then Laura came back in the house. She must have been out of the house for all of 10 minutes. She'd put all of the stuff in the garage, cleaned it, ready to go, and came in like, oh. She was like revved. She was like, oh, God. She's like, I'm going to struggle to sleep later. Just through the anxiety of having to do that interaction with someone she didn't know.
Really?
Like, that's how she gets that fraught about a social situation. And she now, because I am oblivious to this, I'm like, new people, let's make a friend. So one of the mums was walking down the street the other day. We just dropped Jack at nursery and we were walking up our own. And she got to us and she was like, this is going to be nice. And she did it in that sort of, and Laura, we were like, yeah. And then Laura like went on a little bit and she went, that's social anxiety. She's seen us coming from all the way down the street and gone, oh God, I've got to say something.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you fucking say? I've got to say something. And then got to us and went, oh, it's going to be nice again, isn't it? Like, and I'd have just gone, oh, she's mental. But she's not. She's a lovely woman. But Laura gives me the insight into what it's like to feel socially anxious. And then you go, yeah, that makes total sense. Because if you feel stressed about those sort of interactions, the longer you've got to think about it, the more you build it up.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's honestly never on my register.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not
I
socially
love
anxious.
meeting new people.
I'm not socially anxious at all. I love meeting new people.
But your social battery is a
But
different
like
thing.
my social battery is, I need to be on my own and just watch The Simpsons in 2 hours. I'm just doing nothing. I'm just on my own.
I think you've just got to do what you want to do, mate.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any trick or anything. And I would also suggest that if you're hanging around with the right people, this stuff won't bother you, I don't think.
Because they get it, don't they? Like,
Just think
do you know
your
if you,
people
if
get
you,
it.
well, maybe not now, but if you fucked off.
No, I do leave, and everyone's like, yeah, cool.
Do you know what I used to do at Freshers Week? Because I was so scared. So you go to a different city and you're like, everyone's just like, oh my God, I'm this, I'm that. I used to write basically like a set list of conversations on my hand.
That's not that. That's
No, people do that on like dates, don't they? I've heard of people going with prepared.
But I was 18
Stuff.
and I'd have things like Jeremy Beadle,
couldn't write up
Milky Bar Kid. Like just like hits from like when I was like 15.
I can see why you didn't lose your virginity till 22. This has gone a bit boring. Do
Did you see
Jeremy
you were being
Beadle?
flamed last night?
you remember the Milky Bar Kid? It's mad, wasn't it?
I used to lie and tell everyone I was the Milky Bar Kid. It's just there's a thing to talk
But you
about.
could lie back then. The internet wasn't a
I
thing.
looked exactly the same as him as well. Blonde bowl cut. And then my mum found out and she made me apologise to some people on holiday.
Your auntie has found out you're calling yourself the Milky Bar Kid.
I used to tell people my brother was in 911. My mum found out. She made me tell the whole class.
How old were you? Eta's just started lying. It's really good.
Oh.
How old is she?
She's 6 and she's
Yeah.
the neighbour's kid was like, where are your horses? And Etta was like, no, I used to own horses. And Laura went, what did you say? And she like turned around like, fuck. She'd just been telling the kids at school like, yeah, we've got a farm and a couple of horses. And they're stupid enough to be like, mate, I live 3 doors down. I know for a fact you've not got fucking horses. They're like, oh my God, maybe she does have horses. She's like, yeah, man, I've got horses.
Let her lie.
Yes, fine.
Yeah, I used to lie all the time to be interesting. What I would do, so my brother's got the same name as someone from 911. And so I just used to go, yeah, that's my brother. Not thinking my mum was working in the same school, just in the infants. And then someone went up to my mum and was like, excuse me, is your son in 911? And I was like, what? She's like, your other son's been telling us that. So she comes in, year 6, I'm 11.
Oh, no.
And she goes, Mr. Wright, can I have a word? Okay, can you just come to the front, please? So I go to the front.
What? What?
And then she goes, do you want to tell everyone that your brother's not in a boy band? And I was like, honest to God, I think it was the first time I'd ever had an Adam's apple. It went,
Upset me, nasty bitch.
That's mean.
yeah. Literally faced me with my shoulder like that. I'm stood on the carpet. Fucking sweating next to like a display about the Tudors. Just
So you should have done. You should have went, he is, and this woman's a liar.
Your mum. I've met your mum. She's fucking great.
She is such a legend.
A gentle lover. She was hands-on, wasn't she? She was like,
Yeah.
that is... No, I mean like the fact that she still watches and shares everything and is really like keeping you accountable now.
She's
The
making
fact
sure I'm
that
not lying.
She came into the class and was like, I'm going to deal with this and I'm going to get a team together. Oh, brutal.
and just seeing like 30 blinking eyes, like,
You should have just started doing an 911 song. Like, was the brother of someone now? I know all the moves, so she's lying.
it was hard that like, I don't know whether anyone, I guess it's not that common, like having your mum be at the school that you're at. It had its good bits. So I was always picked to be like headmaster's assistant for the, do you know where you get to sit outside? And
All
then
the good bits.
Oh, no. Oh, mate. That was unbelievable. When you work for the office for the day, running papers around.
Student receptionist.
Yeah.
Fucking.
What the fuck are you talking about? What's this Shawshank?
What?
In secondary school, big school, high school, you got your job for the day was you and your mate. You were the runner for the reception.
Yeah.
Run that. It
Student
office duty.
receptionist.
We had this in
Called
primary
it.
school.
Office duty, it was called. Lad, it was the.
It was the best
Yeah,
day
it
ever.
was.
Don't you get it for the week?
It was sick. Fuck is this?
Our office
Right,
duty, mate.
Carl Riegler and Adam Rowe, can you please go to the deputy's office?
No, you'd be like, you've
You're
got.
one-
It's like jury duty. Like you're on office duty next
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
You know.
You'd open
You
a letter
know
and you're
it's
like, can I get
coming.
out of it? And they're like, nope.
You're looking at your timetable going, oh, what am I missing? History, yes,
mate.
get in.
And you'd be able to walk into your class where they'd be like, yeah, miss, that's that. Just going to go back to the office. And we had a little, we had a desk next to the reception, chairs. Carl, can you just run that to Mrs. Blah, blah, please?
And you're
run.
marching through
Yeah.
other classes.
Yeah.
That's what I was like at primary
mate.
school.
Just
Like,
a little
Class.
admin drug runner.
But yeah,
Yeah.
but it was
Here's a little package. Don't ask questions. Get that to fucking
but it was a
Jonathan.
week. It was like George. It was a week. I'm on office duty next week, and it was only for the good kids, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
Unbelievable. I think I've done it once.
Just
do-
for the
you
good
do
kids.
stapling?
What happened to the class? What have you missed something?
No, the good kids are ahead.
Tough
aren't they?
shit.
Yeah.
No, the
You
good
missed
kids-
Listen, you're too far ahead. You're making the fucking Spanners look bad. Off you go. Send a little fucking message.
It's still on my CV. 1 week, 9 years old. Ashton West End Primary School.
Did you write it down at Freshers Week? I did a run-in for the headmaster.
You just open the Pandora's box there. Office duty, mate.
Yeah.
Oh my
It was
God.
so
class.
sick.
Unbelievable.
It was nearly as good as being
Well-
milk monitor, the person who pushed the computers in.
Charlie, did you ever do office duty in school? No. Maybe you just had good skills.
It was so sick.
Yeah.
The whole reason I wanted to be a sixth former, even though they didn't do the subjects I wanted to do, and I knew I should have been going to Newman College in town, is because I wanted to be. You couldn't be a prefect in our school until you were a sixth former. Lower sixth were prefects, and I did 4 months there, and then went, oh, this is absolute bullshit. Plus my mum had died. I was like, I'm not fucking. My head was all over the shop. But in that 4 months, I finally got to be a prefect. It was so good.
I'm getting really sick of you.
Oh, so good. Doing smoking duty. There was a route round the, I think I've mentioned this before. You had to go, there was one place in the school, it was behind the old swimming baths, and that's where the smokers would go. And there was different gigs for the sixth form prefects, and one of them was doing a walk around. So if a prefect would come, you'd shit it, because I used to be one of them smokers.
Oh, God.
I'd done that smoking. So I knew it was fucking great, and there wasn't anyone there, and I had a fag as a prefect in the bit where you were meant to clear the smokers out. It's one of my favourite bits of sixth form.
you bad man.
Fucking brilliant.
I went to another school to do English. I think I've said this before. So I got to wear my own clothes, like not uniform,
like a little
but
American.
they had uniform on. So I was
No
like,
way.
I am I rock up here in my own clothes. I used to get a black taxi paid for from my school to this school, and when I got to know the driver more, say I didn't want to go to like that school, I'd go, lad, just drop me off, and he just dropped me off at ours, and I go home.
You didn't hang around for like lunch there, did you? You just did one class. Because I can't
what?
imagine a kid just coming in with no uniform and everyone's like, yeah, sound. He's
sixth form, yeah.
We had
Oh, it
the-
was
I had the
sixth
same
No, it
thing.
wasn't. No, it was sixth form.
right.
But in sixth form, in St. Eddie's, you had to wear your uniform. It was a
So Scouse. Yeah, St. Eddie's, St.
St.
Gary's.
Eddie's.
Yeah,
St.
yeah.
Edward's. It used to be a private
Yeah,
school.
I know.
St.
It's
Eddie's.
St. Eddie's.
But I used to go
St.
there.
Tommy's, St. Eddie's.
Like
St.
all the girls
Gary's.
would be like, have you ever seen Skins?
Yeah.
Have you seen the first series where Tony goes into the to do the choir? Have you ever seen? You can remember it's ages ago. He's got his own uniform, his own clothes, and he looks cool as fuck. All the teachers like, who are you? And he's like, why am me? But yeah, every now and again he dropped me off at ours as well. And just go home.
That'd give me social anxiety going in, like, do you know, on a school trip, you can wear what you want. So I was like a bit of a mosher. Hence the love of Affleck's Palace. But I didn't really have my own like mosher clothes, so I'd borrow my sister's. So she used to have these, she'd get them from this website called Hot Topic. And she'd get these like massive 40-inch rimmed pants. Like they were huge.
40-inch?
Honest to God, they were fucking ginormous. And I remember going to Alton Towers in a pair of her shorts that were about 30 inches and being on like the Oblivion and literally feel like my balls were about to rip because it was filling with air. That's what was going around. And I'm just like,
Joe Dawes did that school before we finish. I used to call Phil Thompson a big nose every single day.
Right.
Former Liverpool player.
Where was he?
He used to park his car right outside the front to pick one of his kids up. And he used to have his window down playing the radio. And every single day I'd walk past his window and go, big nose. And he wouldn't even react. He'd just carry on listening to the radio. And every day it made me happy. I'd walk home like, just call him a big nose there.
Was he assistant manager at that point?
He was involved in the club, yeah.
You were like an OG
how big
troll.
was the nose?
Phil Thompson's got a
Phil
lot.
Thompson's got
it.
nose,
Got a
yeah.
bit of-
I'll
yeah.
get
You
them.
do.
From Soccer Saturday.
do.
Oh, yeah, he's got a big old schnoz.
Yeah, but I used to walk past his car every day and go, big nose.
Oh, yeah, that's a big nose. Do you know what? Talking of prefects and bullying, I got my prefect tie taken off me because there was this lad, Russell Ashworth, and
Name him.
he was all right. He was just a bit of a knob. Maybe it was social anxiety, who knows? And once he headbutted me in a class.
That's not social anxiety.
So I don't really know why, but I got an headbutt. He was always kicking off with people. This little, and I was quite into WWF then, and I folded up a chair and hit him with it, and then lost my prefect tie, and he never came back in school.
He's probably dead.
No, he's not, because unfortunately I bumped into him in a fucking drive-through.
What?
So about
Did you
6
bump
years
into
ago.
his car?
No, he was working at McDonald's.
Oh.
And I pulled up like that, just after a gig. I just went, oh God, it's him. And he was like, hi. And I went, yeah, can I just have like a double cheeseburger? And he went, we went to school together. I'm thinking, does he not remember me hitting him with a chair? And I'm thinking, yeah, I'll just have that cheeseburger, please. And he went, yeah. Order shots. Yeah. I went, what are you doing now? And he just went, this. Cool. And just drove. Oh, it was awful.
And then he
That
turned
might-
to the right and you could see staples in his head.
That might be because of you. He might have been a bright kid and you've smashed his head.
He wasn't bright. He was headbutting people for no reason in geography.
Yeah, and it's not top set stuff, is it?
It wasn't my top set.
Yeah. St. Eddie's, St. Baz's, mate. We're all fucking headbutting each other. Top of the fucking class for headbutts. One more. Shall we do? Because we're running out of time on this one. Shall we do? Brendan, you can decide. You're the guest.
Okay.
Crazy American, cunty neighbour. I feel like we do a lot of cunty neighbours. Or someone's been cheated on.
Ooh. Crazy American sounds like the most interesting one.
I'm not going to do the crazy neighbour. I feel like we've done loads of them.
Right, neighbours off. Cheating or American?
I mean, we can do both. It's our podcast.
Go on, let's do American.
Okay, Leon says, hi, Lids. Bit of a weird one, but I need some advice. I have an American stalker. She's the sister of one of my mates, and we messaged for a bit after I met her when we were younger. Fast forward 4 years, and she's obsessive about me, despite me bunning her off. Bunning? Can I get a Scouse translation?
That's not Scouse.
Bunning?
I'm guessing it means like, fucking
her off.
I think it's like binning, but
Yeah,
spelled
yeah.
wrong.
Bunning someone off?
Or bumming her.
That's different. Then she's allowed to be obsessed, isn't she?
Bummed off, though.
We've been watching
Get away.
athletics. He's been
Get
bumming me.
fuck off.
What is bunning slang?
Like a neighbour who's so sick of like kids kicking balls and he's going, I'll bum me off, you. You're like, oh, fuck
Bums
off.
all the kids.
You won't kick a fly away in his garden
don't
again.
think it's
Okay, hang on. So we've got an Urban Dictionary on bunning. Inserting your penis into the folds of an overweight person's back boobs until ejaculation on the back of their head.
Now, if you're doing that, I get why she's getting mixed
mate.
messages.
Yeah.
I
She
call
keeps stalking me.
I call
She's
that
covered in your own
Freddie
cum.
Quinn. Oh my lord.
I'm guessing it's like, swerving her. Like
Yeah.
legging her.
I don't think it's folding her back fat and getting a back
She's
fat
American.
tit wag.
She is, they are wild.
Recently, she got too deep and I blocked her, but then she started sending parcels to my house, gifts of clothes and aftershave worth a shit ton. It all sounds boss, but it's such an awkward one to explain to my bird, so I want it to stop. But I also don't want to out it to my mate because that seems sly. Any advice? That's from Leon, who has a crazy American lady.
I missed the last bit.
Sorry.
So she's sending him gifts, expensive gifts.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
But he's got a missus.
keep taking the gifts.
Yeah.
Well,
Tell her to buy
how do you
things-
explain that to your missus?
Get
Like,
her stuff.
Yeah, tell her.
I like
what do you
handbags.
want.
Yeah.
What do you want? We'll put an
Yeah.
order in. Do you want a
yeah.
toaster?
She's like a pay pig.
Yeah.
She is.
She is.
Can I have a tanning mitt?
Yeah, just be like, on a new fridge. Nice one. Send her like some Amazon lists.
Yep.
If
I-
she's stupid enough to do it, fucking soak her.
I remember when I was about 17 and I used to work at Pete's Hut and I had a stalker. Well, it was a girl called Potwash Calf who she was
She wanks people
She
off.
sounds
doesn't
like a pilot.
she? That is not a hard lay.
she wasn't, how do you say this nicely? She had needs.
Catherine Potwash. Sounds like Captain Pugwash.
Gaffy Potts.
As if you didn't know that. Catherine Potwash.
What needs did she have? Lots of hugs.
Lots of hugs.
She had a false leg and hook.
I don't know how you.
Just to be at sea.
Let's say she had
Bounty.
Nintendo DS. DS.
She had Down syndrome then.
She had Down syndrome. So
I'm out. Go on.
she was so lovely. So Potwash Calf used to work there, and she was so nice. I used to run out the front, and then one day, there was a knock on the phone. God,
Everyone's shit in the pants.
I mean,
Go on.
so there was a knock on the door And my mum goes, right, can you come downstairs?
I knew your mum would be involved in this story.
She lived in the house.
She's fucking everywhere, your mum. She's all over Potwash Kath. Go on.
So she's like, there's someone at the door. And basically, Potwash Kath's dad had turned up to take me to Potwash Kath's birthday.
Oh.
And I'm like, she's like, what have you told this girl? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. So we basically go to the back of the house, like Dragon's Den, and have a chat about it. And I go, there's this girl, she's got Donna Summers, and she thinks, I think she thinks we're going out. So it was her birthday, and then my mum made me go to a birthday.
Yeah, damn right.
So I'm just sort of stood, and there's loads of people there.
Have they got Dean Smith as well?
Yeah. And I'm just there, and like she's hugging me and all that. And then I went on several dates with Potwash Kath because I felt so bad. We went, Dad always took us, but we went McDonald's, just have a walk. And so I know how he feels. I didn't get any.
You know how he feels.
Well, do you know when you're like, how do I call this off? Because you don't want to upset someone.
Did
She
you
just
kiss her?
No, I didn't kiss her.
How old are you?
I'm 17. She's about 40.
Should have put the Olympics on. Never mind.
Whoa, look at that, Dan. No, what? No.
Even the dog's walking out.
Well, that was a lovely story, Brennan, and I enjoyed it a lot. And Leon, I don't know what to do, but at least she's in a different country, bro. At least the dad can't come and collect you.
Yeah.
Is she in dire straits, though?
Oh, God. One more. This is from Anonymous. I used to work at Pizza Hut, washing pots. And this snide cunt used to just get free McDonald's off my dad, and now he's fucked off. He's a weird cunt. He used to wear these 40-inch pants and have stuff like Jeremy Beadle written on his hand.
Oh, fucking hell.
Wag, let's need some heavy anonymous advice for a clusterfuck of a situation. I've just found out from one of her mates that my girlfriend of almost 4 years has been cheating on me with a couple of lads. The most recent being a supposed mate of mine. She doesn't know I know yet, but after finding out, I went and got myself checked at an STI clinic as my bollocks have been killing recently. And turns out this bitch has given me chlamydia. So firstly, how do I bring this up to my girlfriend that I know as well as, that I know as well as what do I do regarding the relationship? And secondly, do I tell my cunt of a mate that he probably has chlamydia? Nice one, lads. Anonymous. Mate, I don't know who you are, and I've sympathy with the chlamyds because I've been there. But the fact that you're like, I just don't know what to do. She's cheated on me with a few of these lads. I've got chlamydia, and all this time's passed, and I've still not confronted her. How have you not gone round?
She needs to switch him
round and gone fucking booloo?
I think you need to save it and do some really bad.
Really vindictive.
Yeah, like get like HIV
Cut the brakes of it, Dad's
off her, mate.
Sorry, what was that?
Get HIV
Okay.
off her, mate.
Yeah, you've won up to there.
Pass it back.
Oh, that is actually attempted murder.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. And now your mum knows you said that, Brennan.
You need to do something evil, and I think we need to help.
Right, well, I literally cannot. Who has it? Would you not just go? I'd go fucking skits as soon as I found out.
It depends.
Like I haven't got the control.
To sit there for a year and plan.
A year?
Plot.
No, not a year, but but the fact that he's found out and not instantly, I'd have just run my stingy bollocks.
Try your hardest, like your damn hardest, to shag him mum at like a family event
With chlamydia, or is he going to wait till he's had that cleared
clean
up?
yourself up.
Oh, don't give him chlamydia.
But at Christmas, just be like insanely overly flirty. Be like, I'd shag your head
Wait
off.
till
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah.
At the dinner table,
Yeah. Go, you're fit, you.
just be flicking sprouts at her tits and that.
Why
Right,
Christmas?
Because she's there. Making a family. And then she goes, what are you doing? Go, you were shagging your best mate. Shut up, you little lizard. Your ma's getting
Full
it.
on like Max Brannan.
Yeah, and then if her dad said something, smack him.
Give him chlamydia, HIV.
Neither.
No, all right.
Do you know
Do
what
something public.
I'd go
A
for?
Nintendo DS.
To catch, you want to catch them both in the act. So I'd say,
Oh, no. That'll break me heart.
no, not physically,
Oh.
but like, if you can extract his cum somehow,
Right.
maybe a game of like soggy biscuit or something,
Right.
and then you get that, whack it up her,
Right.
Right.
then she gets pregnant,
It's a good plan so far.
and then she's going, I'm pregnant, and you know it's not yours, but you play along.
Right.
Then it comes out, and then you do Jeremy Kyle DNA. It's his. I knew it all along.
Oh, Jeremy Kyle, you've got this. He honestly sounds so slow moving that he could end up raising this kid for like 8 years. He's like,
No,
but
let
one
them keep
day.
going.
What about
Yeah.
faking your disappearance and leaving a note that it was their fault?
The submarine.
What?
Faking a disappearance just for a couple of weeks or something.
Right.
Just leave a note
Get the
going,
police involved.
I know what you did.
Leave your
summer.
clothes. Leave your clothes. Fake a suicide. Fake the clothes
Get
at the
on
beach.
get on a canoe.
This is you.
Go out into the sea for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
This is such a left turn.
This is some good advice here.
Did you ever hear about the people in 9/11?
Adam?
Very sad, wasn't it? Like that.
Do a 9/11. Bomb some towers and be like, it's because you gave me chlamydia. Like that.
No, there was some people who didn't die, but they just thought, my life's
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
And they fucked off to like Nebraska or somewhere like that.
Yeah.
So all the family think they were in it, and then they've just started a new life somewhere else.
Move to Nebraska.
So do that.
More good advice. So far, we've got wait till Christmas, ruin Christmas Day, twat the dad, or give her HIV, or extract semen and put it in her and raise the child. But then on sports day, be like, I didn't win the race, not even my kid. And I've had chlamydia for 9 years. Mental advice. Just fucking bin all these
No,
cunts off.
because she's done something horrible to you there. Don't just walk away.
Don't just walk away.
No, do something horrible back.
Mm.
Little things. Pour. Oh my God. Put hair removal cream in hair shampoo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a... Right.
I once nared
That
my...
is horrific.
Have you ever nared your balls?
No.
Right.
No.
Put that in there. It's hot. It's like the hottest thing I've ever had on me. Like, stinging.
Oh, really? Yeah. Last time I was here, you waxed my armpit.
Oh, yeah? He was so annoyed about that as well. Yeah, wax her
I really
armpit.
wax your ass.
Yeah, that was
was great.
I've started shaving it now because of it.
Good.
It was
Yeah.
better, was it?
Yeah, actually, no.
You really notice a difference with the sound of a fart, don't you? When you've
It's so loud.
really like,
Hair removal cream in the shampoo. Arsenic in the toothpaste.
yeah, HIV or twatted dad. It's one of them. Yeah.
Or move to Nebraska.
It's more Nebraska.
Either way, it's the worst thing she's ever done.
She's awful, by the way.
Yeah.
What? Oh.
The mate
Bad
as
team.
well. What's he doing to the
He
mate?
needs something. You need to batter him.
Yeah.
I think the chlamydia
I
thing is
just
enough.
let him have chlamydia. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
What can chlamydia do long term?
Make you infertile.
Infertile.
Okay, that's a little harsh, isn't
What does it do? Short term.
it?
There aren't many symptoms, are there?
No, that's why it's a silent killer.
Of future babies.
A future baby. Yeah.
I've had the old clam dogs.
Have you?
Yeah. But what they do at the gum clinic is they test you and then they go, well, we'll give you results in a few days. And you get a letter through from the NHS saying you have an infection. And so until you have someone go, yeah, you dirtbag, you've got chlamydia, in your mind, you are 1,000% sure you've got full-blown AIDS.
Oh, my God.
And I think they do it on purpose. I think they're like, cool, let's just
I think
sweat
Brennan's
them
got
out.
something here.
Well, it's like the order of the when you get a text, if you go in and they text you, and they used to do it and it'd go, so it goes, thanks for coming to the appointment. And then it'd go, AIDS, chlamydia, gonorrhea, and all the other things. And you're like, what? And then you scroll and it goes, you've got none of them. You're like, what? Turn that around, you bastards. I once went in because I had a rash on my knob. This is years ago. And I was like, why is that? What's that doing there? So I go in and I had this guy who referred to sex as rumpy pumpy. But he'd been having a bit of rumpy pumpy. And I was like,
He sounds boss.
this little bald fat guy. He looked like the
Dan?
yeah, him. So lies me down, gets me kicks off, and it's really not coming out to play. Like I'm
Oh,
trying
it never does.
to get it out. Like, do you know when you try and get a cat out of a corner when you're like, ch-ch-ch-ch. And then he comes over and he goes, "Do you mind if there's 3 students here as well? Do you mind if they?" So they come in And it's literally, it's like that. Looks like a girl with social anxiety. It's going, fucking hell.
She beatboxing.
And he sort of has a little look at it. And he goes,
What's he doing?
he kept doing that on it.
Unscrewing a pen.
No, he's just like rubbing it like that. Right. And he goes,
Have you been having rum on me? 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war.
pinning me cut down. 1, 2, 3. Fuck. And then he goes, what shower gel do you use? And I'm about 23. And I said, like, it wasn't even a nice one. It was like them men sport.
Yeah.
Smell like socks.
It's like 7 in 1.
Yeah,
Like toothpaste as well.
Yeah. And it was that had given me the rash. And he went, oh, you just need to change your thing. And I'm going, oh, great. There's an audience of 4 staring at my mushroom cock.
But what's he doing with this?
It was just sort of, I don't know, it felt quite nice. We've just.
Has everyone been sexually assaulted on this podcast today?
I've never shown a professional.
I don't
line
think anyone's allowed to roll your dick around the thumb.
You say that, right?
Here we go. Get ready, Brennan's mum.
Well, she was at the school.
I thought she was at the fucking gum clinic with
She
you.
the nurse.
So when I was at school, one of my best mates at school, Dopey Luke, right? Nice lad. But he's like, I've known him, we were born in the same hospital, known him, our mum's best friends, but you could get him to do stuff. Like once I got him to sharpen his finger for 50p and he just did it and then he had to go to hospital. It's a different story. So, about a year ago, we were just like talking about school. And I said, do you remember that day when we all had to go up this? So you had to go up this spiral staircase. And then there was this long bit. There was a few little offices and then a staff room. I said, do you remember when we had to go in there for like health checks? And he was like, yeah. And I said, do you remember when that woman made us take our pants off? And he's like, no. And I said, honest to God, this woman made, I swear to you, because I remember what boxer short, I had goofy boxer shorts on, right? And she goes, right, okay, now take, so she's like, check your temperature and that. And then she's like, right, okay, get your pants off. And then she didn't do anything. She just sort of like looked at my knob and went, okay, put your pants back on now.
Oh, no.
And that's,
Was she Northern Irish?
yeah. She's like, go to sleep. Honestly.
That's.
But who do I, like,
A very rare lady paedophile.
She's a pedophile.
You don't see them in the wild much,
yeah.
She sounds like a genuine pedophile.
innit?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think,
What was her name?
I couldn't even tell you what she looked like. I can just picture a
You're looking
woman.
at her tits.
Tell you what she tasted like. But
It's like a male midwife. You don't see them very
Like
often.
whiskey.
Oh my God. Right, okay, so we've all been nonced.
I haven't. I've never shown a professional my knob.
Yeah, Carl. When everyone goes, we've all been nonced, you're like, I haven't.
No,
It sounds like you're in
Repressed.
regression.
But I've never had oh, that was weird, wasn't it? I've never. There's only a handful of people who've ever
Yeah,
seen my
but
knob.
I've seen pictures of you as a kid. Not very fuckable.
No, I'm happy. That's what you're meant to do.
You've really...
You're meant to be ugly in school. That's the cheat code
That's
to
the
life.
thing.
I was all right.
Brendan was a hot kid.
You're meant to be either ugly or basic in school, because if you're fit in school, you end up getting it with chairs and working in Mackies.
Yeah.
It's a fact. All the good looking kids, they're all fucking nobodies now. I'm looking at them.
Looking beautiful. Hello, everyone. Now it's time to talk about my actual favourite sponsor. It's Manscaped. Woo. And they've just brought out, for the first time in the UK, we're revolutionising this shit. The beard hedge trimmer. No!
The beard hedger.
The beard hedger pro kit.
Yes.
Just as a little behind the scenes, we cannot do this advert several times. This has to be the advert, so let's get it right.
Yes.
This is an amazing bit of kit. What's it include? It's because it's revolutionising beard trimming, isn't it, Finn?
so you got that?
Read them from the box, Finn.
I'll read it from the back. It says, go on, get wet.
Oh, yeah, you can get wet.
Soften your beard with shampoo and conditioner.
Oh, that's included.
Just for just for your beard, not for your hair.
Hurry up, Finn.
Tame your mane. Detangle any knots with the beard comb, which is here somewhere.
Who doesn't hate a knotty beard?
Turn up your trim. So you got lots of different lengths on there, haven't you,
Whoa.
Dan? It's adjustable.
Here's the Amish setting, and there is my wife's mustache setting. Amazing.
Yes.
Different settings.
Snip the strays with the beard scissors.
And they're sharp because Finn just hurt himself
did.
with them just
then
minutes
brush
ago.
brush out your burl. So you just give it a little brush.
Don't ever touch my beard.
It's all nice. And then you style and profile with the moisturizer, or the beard oil or the beard balm.
Oh, there's loads
So
of
much
stuff.
to
Look at
do.
all this stuff. It's so good. Just get it in. Just get it in. And it comes in cardboard, and that's recyclable. Oh, what's this, Finn?
That's the comb.
Oh, that's the
The
comb.
beard comb.
Oh my God, Laura will love that. Anyway, manscaped.com. Use code
Word 20.
for...
20% off and free worldwide shipping.
Come on, let me just shave you a little beard.
Go on, do it.
Ready? Oh, did that feel good?
It felt amazing.
It felt good to do. Manscaped.com. The actual tits.
But you're right, he's got a very
Steve Boucher's
almost sassy vibe.
Yeah, I think Wallace is
Let's not drink that.
a beautiful, like so beautiful as a boy dog
Yeah.
that he has got a
Yeah.
feminine quality to it.
Everyone
Well,
thinks,
he's-
everyone thinks he's a girl.
Listen, I don't mean this
He's pretty,
disrespectfully.
isn't he? He's pretty.
Disrespect. I don't mean it disrespectfully.
Careful.
But them bitches loaded though. You know what I'm saying? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Oh.
If I was a single man, taking him to the park would essentially be like shooting fish in a bottle.
Why do you think I still share a dog?
Yeah.
Oh, do you share a dog?
You know what? Though? Is that a myth? Because I've heard that before, where you walk around with a dog and
No,
but
Steve,
actually,
I could give you that dog and go to the park by mine.
no,
I
but
promise.
isn't the only people who come up to you are other people with dogs, and they tend to be already in relationships who own the dog? Like, I don't actually think it's the most effective way
Mine's
of finding
usually-
single.
And I've got Victoria's Secret models all over the gospel.
Yeah, you get old women that dogs have died who just want someone to look at
Then
it.
you've got the vulnerability
Yeah.
that you love. Yeah.
He's just a beautiful boy.
That's a good looking dog.
Yeah.
God damn, I love that dog.
is
Last
a
week, Janine said, I thought my dog was pretty, but he's an ugly little shit next to yours.
Janine Harouni, ladies and gents. Dog lover.
Charles Barkley.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Oh, look at you. God, you're so in the industry,
No,
Steve.
I've just met Charles Barkley. I'm
Oh,
a big fan
sorry,
of Charles
yeah, yeah.
Barkley.
You love a dog though, don't you?
I love a dog.
So do
hate-
I.
Well, we all love a dog.
I know what the implication was. Go on.
Love a dog. Hate a cat. Saw a cat today in the tube with in a bag, like a see-through bag. It was just in a rucksack, and the cat was just there in the person's
What, like an old
bag.
sports bag?
Yeah, like a kind of
Like a
PE
body?
bag. Yeah, it was.
Hang
weird.
on, like what? Like
a rucksack which had a see-through front.
Oh,
and
like
the,
a little-
the cat was just
right.
in there, just like living its life while she was navigating the central line. It was.
yeah, important businesswoman takes cat with her.
Yeah, it takes
That's
cat with
London,
her.
baby.
Yeah.
I reckon I could kill a cat if someone.
No, I've got
Yeah.
a cat as well.
I'm not your cat.
No, but
just
I love
a
cats.
cat.
Why?
They're shit.
No, they're not.
They are shit, and I don't care about them.
No, people are cats and dogs. I'm a dog. Serica's a cat. I need.
Why would you say that about your girlfriend?
She's a cat.
Yeah.
Cat's a good thing.
No, they're not. They're fucking awful.
Oh no, cats. I need constant affirmation, like a dog, and I love you no matter what. But she's like, "Fuck you," and I love you when I want.
I'm a bald eagle.
You're a
So
snake.
suck that.
I feel like
Don't
you're,
you fucking dare. with
you're
a
very
snitch.
dog-like. I feel like you need constant, like, you're good, you.
You're absolutely right. Come on.
And see,
My leg going. My leg's going.
Come on, get this treat.
Steve, are you dog or cat-like?
I don't know. I'd like to think I'm dog, but maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm like an aloof cat sometimes.
I think your cat.
I fuck, that's horrible, but you might be right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I do have a slight sort of loner energy that maybe a cat might resonate with.
Oh yeah, I like that.
I think you're a cat dog, Dan.
All right, good. I
Cat
love this bit.
dog.
I think
Do you remember Cat Dog,
again,
the show?
Yeah.
Great show.
That's how he died.
How old are you, Steve? Sorry. How old are you?
30, just turned 33.
Oh, you can't. He watched like fucking The Archers and stuff on the telly back when he was.
Yeah, I did.
That kid,
I
that
watched
famous
the Archers.
kid
The radio show.
Yeah,
He watched the radio show.
Yeah, that's all he had.
The Clangers,
yeah,
where it was like
yeah. I don't. Yeah, I did. I watched
Muffin
that.
the Mule.
Yeah, it was exciting that the TV
There
had
was
been
some
invented.
there were some Gen Zers on the train on the way up, and they were chatting about their favourite kids' TV shows, and they were like talking about Tracy Beaker. As if it was just like,
unbelievable.
as if it was like the most epic thing in the past. I was like, Tracy Beaker's like that was the back end of my childhood. You know,
Yeah,
like
that wasn't in my
It really
childhood.
made me feel so old. They were going, "Oh, do you remember the dumping ground?" I'm like, "That was 4 years ago, mate." That's
Oh
not-
no, see, it was the back end, but I loved it.
You watched the sequel. How old are you?
The sequel.
Yeah, the Dumping Ground
Dumping
was the
Ground's
sequel.
Oh no, it was
I
called
thought you
The
meant
Dumping Ground
Tracy Beaker too. I thought there was a.
No, there was a. So they rebooted it after
Oh.
about 10 years. She came back as the
Yeah,
person that looked after them.
She wasn't an orphan anymore. Well, she
No.
still was, but she.
Yeah.
and she's not Miley Cyrus, is she?
Is it? Oh, no.
Is that someone else?
Danny Harmon, I think her name is.
Oh, right.
Tracy Beaker.
Yeah, she had a mum.
Oh yeah, Mum was in Hollywood.
That's the big giveaway. That's the tell. When someone's got a mum, they're not an orphan.
She had orphan energy. No,
She
what?
did, yeah.
But she was in a foster home, wasn't she?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
her mum was a bitch.
Her mum was in Hollywood. or something.
This is a kids' TV show where someone was an orphan foster kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where
yeah.
was the joy in that? I had like Hey Arnold and Our Real Monsters.
Because you had all the fun with all the gang, and they'd all have like adventures.
Where's me balloon fight?
What, where like they're opening the letter and they're like, oh, another parent that doesn't want me.
Not meant
There
to.
was them
That
storylines. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they go, oh, I'm going to Maggie's and meet my mum today, and they get there and the ma won't be there, and they just go, oh, can I? And that's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was Tracy Beaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's Miley Cyrus.
Yes.
Yeah. Mad, isn't it? What a career she's had. Do you remember the Demon Headmaster?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yes.
cool.
Scary as fuck.
Did you watch that as a dad?
What?
When were you watching that?
Do you know it's 6 and not 26?
I had this idea. Do you remember the like Bernard's watch and the Queen's nose?
Queen's nose.
I had this idea that imagine they made a TV show now 20 years later and he's still got the thing. And he's just stopping time and like fingering someone. What have you been?
Worst.
Bernard's watch. It was so good.
How
Like,
did that
stop.
how did that sitcom pitch go?
I mean, CBBC didn't want it. So,
Guys, got an idea?
We've already got a
Just
fingering
straight
thing,
up-
so we're not really going to do another one.
oh, like
trying to-
Wolf. You go behind a thing, you turn into a dog, and you just start nuzzling someone's tits off.
Hang on, if you had Bernard's watch, you just start fingering people.
Yeah. Well,
That's
not
all-
just start.
The first thing you do, Bob, you wouldn't just like do something fun first. Instantly start
Have you
fingering.
ever fingered someone, mate?
Yeah.
It's well done.
How far into the show is this that
I
you're...
was going to say.
Like before the opening credits. So do you know how they do the opening scene?
It's a
It'd
cold
literally
open.
just be a close up on a watch. And then yeah. And then it'd do the fun Bernard's
The
watch.
first series is just Brennan getting all the fingering out of the way.
Yeah.
And then the second series is like when it really like...
Yeah, I'm robbing banks and that.
Right.
What would you do if you had Bernard's watch for a day?
Right, just talk me through Bernard's watch. You can literally just stop time.
pause
So it's a
Stop
watch,
time.
you just pause it. Everyone's like that. Like the what was that challenge that everyone was doing?
Mannequin challenge.
Mannequin challenge. And then you can like ruffle people's hair.
Finger them.
Right.
Figure
That's Brennan's foreplay.
Yeah. I'm like, she's ready.
Honestly, so suspicious that you can pause time and you're like, cool. Who's getting fingered? Who is getting
The
fingered?
first thing I'm doing
Bernard-
is just getting boobs out.
You'd be getting boobs out.
Before fingering.
Hang on, is this after
on.
you've robbed the bank?
You can't rob a bank. Stopping time doesn't help you rob the bank. How would you get in?
Where's got cash?
Yeah.
Petrol stations.
Petrol stations.
Fucking hell, working.
Yeah,
class
fill
of
me
that.
car up.
Bernard's watch. I'm robbing a petrol station, and I'm taking these soft mints.
But you'd still be caught on the camera.
No, you wouldn't,
Why?
because the
Time stopped.
Time and stop. It doesn't-
time stopped. They're just. Am I right?
The
Yeah.
time codes will be off.
Oh, so you can't get caught doing anything. Boobs.
I mean, you can DNA. So I'd put a latex glove on before I'm fingering.
This is so bleak. This
bleak.
is so bleak.
Is it bleak?
It's a wait, Brennan. I'm sorry, you're picking up your first yellow.
He's
I've
taking the
never
yellow
had one of
card.
them.
Just that's the first yellow for Brennan.
Yeah, that's.
Is that really that bleak?
Yeah.
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 You're telling me, right?
Like Curly.
We shouldn't need to explain to you why it's bleak, Brennan. By
Curly
stopping
off the
time and fingering girls with latex gloves.
It's a TV show. It's a TV show.
yeah, that you have thought of.
Yes.
And also, I'm married, so I have to pause time and then finger my wife.
Well, you have to take your ring off
Oh, God.
Yeah.
because then it's not cheating.
Brennan, this could be 2 in 3 minutes here, so be careful.
Genuinely, how do you get financial gain from pausing time? Talk me through it. I
Cash,
want to
innit?
know now.
It's just cash.
Yeah, but where do I don't even. Where are you going? Nando's?
Well, I tell you what you do. You go. You could
Petrol
place.
station.
You could place bets, can you? You could be like just before someone's about to score a goal.
Oh,
You
yeah.
just pause it, put a massive bet on
That's
the goal
clever.
going in.
Oh, did Bernard's watch have a thing where you could go back and forward as well?
I mean, it wasn't.
Right, you could go petrol station, finger someone, or go bookies. Pause time, and it's really, you could save a life. How about that? You could travel the world. And there's like a kid on the road, and there's a fucking bus about to hit them, and you could just move them slightly, start time, and then
That's
finger them. No, sorry.
That's the right thing to say. Whereas Brennan's just getting his fingers wet.
No, I want to pay money, I honestly don't know. In a cash,
Told you. Petrol station.
Oh, I'm sorry. Which fucking petrol station are you going? That's cash only.
What do you mean? No, when people go in and they pay like.
Yeah, but you
The
still.
Snickers
I'll
are
tell you
45.
where.
Yeah, but you still need to get the
Chinese takeaway. Then their machines are never working. So much so they've written it on a piece of A4 paper that's been there for 4 years.
Outside's like, I'm going to pause time after 6 though, because Mr. Woos doesn't open for a while.
So actually, the pedalo place I went to on Sunday, that was cash only.
What?
Yeah. So I'm going to pause time and hit a pedalo stand.
Just ride around on it for an hour. Don't have to pay that £5.
Just running around, timeless, sexually assaulting people like, woohoo!
And you're on pedalos.
I would have pedalo on my own in the middle of the river.
Dogs are good though, aren't they? You know, that's what
Dogs are good.
Yeah,
so
dogs
is
are great,
stopping
man.
time.
Stopping
Better
time.
than Bernard's watch the teenage years.
Fucking great.
No, adult years, teenage years, it'd be wasted.
Why?
Because you'd be nicking cigs. That's all you'd be doing, nicking cigs.
Were you a smoker as a teenager?
No, but I used to sell them. So you get a pack of cigs.
So
I'd nick them from my nan.
So you sold porn and cigarettes.
Yeah.
Wow.
When did
I
you
just
mention-
needed to buy that fucking watch.
Go on.
Steve needs to know
when did you mention selling porn? Did I miss that bit?
Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't porn.
we've had a whole hour of this bullshit before you got in.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I used to rip the page freeze out of newspapers on my paper round and sell them at school.
Bootleg sons.
Yeah. With a bit of political info.
Yeah.
And that's why
they
he wants
always had
to
a viewpoint.
finger everyone.
Yeah.
What was the Sammy ad talking about kids' TV? What was that? That was weird.
Rich?
Do you remember the Sammy ad?
What's Sammy had?
What? Sounds like a Israeli striker.
Sounds like someone we're doing a benefit for.
Mohammed Samiad.
The Sammy ad.
What's that?
What is it? What? How are you spelling it?
You
Let's
can't
Google
be
this.
far off. There he is. 5 Children in It. BBC One, 1991.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, the Sammy ad.
What is it?
What is that?
It was some sort of. Well, that's the new updated version.
That's the HD.
It was like a sand goblin that you found on the sand, and then you could ask it for a wish, and it did.
And what I'd be asking for.
Let me finger you.
And then it got tired and annoyed and sort of went, and then went back into the sand.
Is it like a Scouse genie?
Fucking hell, lad.
I'll give you 3 wishes, mate.
Like, please don't ask if you can stop time because too many girls have been fingered round that way.
If you had one wish,
That's mad,
what
that.
would you wish for? One wish.
From the Sammy ad.
And you can't wish for more wishes because the world blows up.
So you can have one all-powerful.
Just one wish and it happens.
Oh, what I'd love to. I can't.
Soft mint.
But am I allowed to fuck with time? It's so hard. I can't.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'd like to be a 6'4" mixed race guy.
No.
But, you know what I mean?
Hang on. So
It's the same as my heaven. Everyone was like, you can't be a different person in heaven.
No.
If I die and it's heaven, I can be a 6'4" mixed race guy
I'm
called Jadavian.
I'm
So you wanna be a
Samiad. I'm Samiad. Go on, wish.
Um,
Hello, I'm Samiad.
I'm bored of being a tubby, bald, 5'8"
would
white
I.
guy.
So would I. What do you want?
Can I be a 6'4"?
Yeah, there you go. Bosh.
Right,
Now,
cool.
what you do?
Oh.
Just confuse Laura.
Yeah, go on. Hello, Laura. It's me. No, yours.
Imagine if I got
Your
home and I
voice,
went,
though, still.
yeah.
You can't be doing that as a 6'4" mixed race guy.
Well, I'm not going to be like, I can't change the.
You have to be like, yeah.
Yeah. Where you from? I'm from Preston. Little podcast
Exactly.
with
So
Adam motherfucking
there's
Buck.
that's what brings yours down. Laura goes.
How bad
"Where's
would that
down?"
be if I knocked on the door and I was like, Laura, it's me, and she was like, oh, thank God for that. Get in.
Get your cock out. But it's the same cock.
But it's just mixed race.
Oh, you evil Samiad.
You evil Sammy ad.
I would rather.
There's always one.
I am not joking. I would rather be me in this body with this cock than have to be a tall, good-looking, fucking tight end and then whipping this bruised piece of shit out.
It's the same dick. It looks the same.
Oh,
man.
no.
No,
I'll
you've
just
wished.
be me.
You've wished it, sir. Be gone.
Can I have
I'm
a...
back in the sand.
What's your Samiad wish, Brennan?
I don't know, like, because
Is it fingering by any chance?
just like unlimited fingering. No, I think I'd go for. It'd be nice to like go invisible a bit, wouldn't it? But that sounds bad now because it's.
I think I know what you're going to do with it. Let me guess.
You have got all the daydreams of a 12-year-old lad.
Invisible figure.
Post time fingering and invisible. I see some boobies.
Do you remember the film Hollow Man?
No.
There was a man who could go invisible, but he'd have to wrap himself in like toilet rolls so people could see him. And that's how you could.
Yeah.
The invisible man. Go on.
But there was one bit my dad used to burn DVDs, and Hollow Man was one of them. And it come out, and the Hollow Man come. I couldn't and it stuck in my mind.
What are you wishing for?
It's just to be Hollow Man.
Hollow Man come.
I don't want to be Hollow Man's come.
Right.
I remember on the film he came, and I just thought, God, that looks fun.
What DVD? Are you from a family of pornographers? What DVDs was your dad burning?
No, it was a hit. It was like a Hollywood film, Hollow Man.
And he jizzed
Yeah.
into his own tissue suit.
No, his tissue was off. So he was invisible and then just come out midair.
What? Have you spent your whole life being
real film.
sexually
Google Hollow
assaulted?
Man.
I feel like your dad made this film. Yeah, that's a film. Now.
I mean, it was a ropey version.
Text message from his mum. That is your dad's
There's
film.
a sequel. Kevin Bacon.
Oh, of course, it's Kevin Bacon. He's a sex pest. Nailed on.
Steve, what do you got?
There you go. That's when he's wrapped up.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, I can see why you'd want to wish to be that guy.
Not messing about there.
Just pull that picture up. You've basically ended up being me before the Jadavian swap.
Steve, what are you going for? One wish. Remember, these have all got downfalls. He's got to come when people see it. That's your thing.
Well, they don't have to see it.
No, your
Their
thing
choice.
is no. Every time you come, 10 people see.
I guess it's more like a superpower, but I'd quite like the ability to know when anyone is talking about me.
Oh my God.
Like positive or negative. Like it's not a completely narcissistic thing. But it is narcissistic.
Twitter. Just get on it. You'll be fine.
Have you got Google
There's
alerts
not
on your
enough
phone?
any more access. What?
Do you have Google alerts on your name? on your phone?
Yeah, big time. And no, but just when if someone's remembered you from the past, and they go, "No, do you remember Steve Bugeja did that thing?" I want to know when they've said that.
Why?
I just think it'd be nice to know. It'd be nice to know.
Do you get
people
teleported there, or do you just hear it?
No,
Like,
you just hear it. It's like a little, a little pop up in your brain that goes. It goes like Emma from Year 8 is talking about you.
I've always thought about when Ross fakes his own death to see who comes.
Yeah.
That would be good. I think
It would just be good to know how highly you're valued.
that's what I mean. Yeah, because
yeah.
no one, you never know loved you are until you die.
Because if you went to a funeral, you'd be like, actually, I'm probably a lot more popular than I thought I was.
Yeah.
And then you'd feel better about yourself.
Oh, you die sub 60 to big old funeral.
It's a good
innit?
turnout.
And people would be fuming if you were like, "Hey, I'm alive. I just wanted to see who was here."
Why are you only going? Why don't you just go positive? Why the negative too?
That's a good point. Yeah, I maybe have a setting where I could like.
Because he's a comedian. That's exactly how comedians.
The setting is no, you can't. You have to hear the negative too.
Well, I'll take it because, my self-esteem it fluctuates. So it'd be good to have it, constantly being barraged with abuse. And
would
then
you
praise.
use it though? Say like Brennan was like, "Oh, I hate that cunt." Would you?
Well, it'd be good to know if he's been saying that.
We've recorded it in the first half, so you're fine.
How sinister would that be, though, if a girl from Year 8 thought about you and then an hour and a half later there was a ring at the door and you were like, "Hi, it's mad that I'm here. Have you been thinking about it?"
I had a moment the other day. I was at a festival and this group of people asked me to take a photo of them. So I took a photo holding my little, I was balancing my cup there, right? And the girl, as I put the phone down, she went, "Oh my God, Steve Bugeja." And obviously immediately I was like, well, I've been recognised. And then she went, "We went to sixth form together." And it was like the hottest, coolest girl from sixth form. And I was like, "Oh, this is good. Look at me. She spotted me at a festival." And then as I did it, my cup just went all down. I just spilled beer all over me. And she then looked at me and went, "That's the most Steve Bugeja thing I've ever seen you do." And I was like, I just wanted to be the cool guy in front of the cool girl, just once. That's the whole point of my whole career. And then I had the moment, and then she just went, "Yeah,
It's
you've
not
not
wrong with
changed at all,
showing
mate."
vulnerability though. Girls like it.
Well, not when you come
They
with me,
don't.
mate. They don't.
I don't think they love that. 15 years later, you've done a Steve Bugeja.
Yeah, that's the most Steve Bugeja thing I've ever seen.
Do you think you're going to be like this forever, though? Because I've known you for like over a decade.
I've got better, haven't I? I think I'm much more. I mean, you guys,
you're
knew me,
taller.
you guys knew me when I was like 18, 19. I was much sort of more socially nervous.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He hates social anxiety.
But it still comes out. I've still got it in me. You know what I mean? Like I have.
Sorry, there's a.
Absolutely
He's decided
To be up,
shouting.
Do you want
stood up by a dog is a very Steve Bugeja thing to happen. Trying to get vulnerable, and dog's like, "Fuck off."
my little things popping up, going, "He's talking about you." that dog hates you.
You guys are like best. You were like in my head when you all came through in Manchester because you were at uni in Manchester.
Yeah.
and you all started out at the same sort of era,
Literally,
didn't you?
I
Like
think
one of our first gigs, yeah.
Pete Otway, you,
Yeah.
Will Duggan, Steve. Like,
Yeah.
I saw you as like the up and coming gang, and you were all mates.
Yeah, and we all like looked up to you. I remember once. This is gonna be too sincere. I
No,
think,
we didn't.
But I did Frog and Bucket, Beat the Frog, which you used to host, and it was like my first one. I was so fucking nervous, and I think I did win it, but a lot of my friends were in. And you said to me afterwards, and I was like, I was just a bit of a nervous wreck, and you went, mate, with writing like that, you'll be able to go pro one day. And I've never forgot it. It made me so happy. And I often think about that. And I
think you
I've never
will.
said that to you. And
think
it
you will
really
come
meant a
pro.
lot to me at the time. Like, I really... And I've been poor ever since, so fuck you, mate.
No, that's good. I'm glad there's more of them stories than the people going, do you know when you really cunted me off?
Nobody thinks that.
Well,
of
you know what? Same week, and this isn't disparaging him, but it was the Wednesday, Preston beat the Frog. Chris Ramsey was hosting, and I died on my ass. And I was gonged off after like 3 minutes, and I was, feeling like rubbish. He went back onto stage and went, "That was fucking shite, wasn't it?"
And look where he is today. I should have been well meaner to the open spot.
If I was on Shag Married Annoyed, I wouldn't have told that story. I'd have reversed it.
That would make no sense. A story about Dan Nightingale now, Chris.
But yeah, thanks for that, mate. I've never really said anything.
No, it was great. It was a really nice. It was a really nice era of Beat the Frog because there was just a really good gang of comics coming through that clearly were doing like proper stuff and all gave a shit. I hate it when like a new comedy scene gets really snipey and everyone's against each other. And you were all mates, and it sort of
mates,
showed.
yeah.
And we got into it like quick. That like we were just like 3 gigs a week. I think our first gig. Do you remember the Lassa Gowrie?
Yeah,
It's like
right
this
in the
old
middle of Manchester.
pub in
yeah.
Manchester. And I think the winner, so everyone went up and did like 5 minutes, and the winner won like maybe like 50 quid.
Yeah.
And we were on the same one, but neither of us won. And then someone won, and the host emptied a bag of pound coins onto the floor and made him pick it up.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Oh, what a knob.
Yeah, that's really bad.
I don't remember who it was, but it was an absolute knob.
I remember that gig because it's the only time I did a routine, God knows what I was thinking, about being in a human pyramid and pissing from the top.
What? Being in a human pyramid and then pissing from the
Just
top.
like needing a wee, getting to the top of a human pyramid and then weeing myself. And I just thought that was the funniest thing in the world. The audience did not agree.
I'd love to. We did it once in lockdown. Me and Roe got our notebooks out.
Yeah.
And it was like a challenge to just. Oh no, we were doing new stuff, but I also think there'd be something to getting old notebooks out.
Yeah.
Because I've been like I'm going on tour in the end of August, start of September, and so I've had to turn around a show. So like fucked off Smasher in November. I haven't done any of that material again. I have to put a new show together. And I was like, cool, I've got a back catalogue I'll go through. And I've managed to pull out some old stuff that I love, and it's dusted up and it feels new.
Yeah.
Some of the bullshit that I've written down, and weirdly, I haven't got receipts from last week. Like I don't keep anything, but I've got every fucking notebook from like an insane, like writing has never been my skill. And at some point 21 years ago, I went, these will all need to be kept. It's important historical documents. Some of the bullshit you write down and go, absolutely fucking classic. That'll work so well. And then the first time you say it out loud, you're like, I don't know what happened. I'm so
Please
sorry.
bring
guys.
it in. Please bring a book in next week.
Like an old notebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some really old ones. I'll bring in the original ones.
Have you got any old bits that died and you're like, that really should have worked, and you're pissed off that you can't use it, even though it was proper new?
I've got bits that I just wasn't good enough to deliver. Like I think my problem was always like my ideas were well ahead of my ability. Like I was thinking something really
And his
ambitious.
modesty, that was also...
Yeah, I'm an arrogant piece of shit. No, it was an idea. I can't remember. You probably saw it. It was like the head and the heart talking to each other.
Oh, yeah.
And then the penis getting involved, and then the guts like chipping in with decision making. And I just couldn't deliver it. I couldn't. Like I had all this writing, and I couldn't. And then once I gave it to my mate Ian, who's much better at delivering stuff, and he just did it in front of me. Like my own routine back to me, and it was just like good, and I was like, that's
he's a stand-up?
Yeah,
Ian
Ian
who?
Sterling.
Ian Sterling.
So
all
I
right.
was like, that's how you do it. That's how I should do my. I can never replicate it. So
It's a very performative bit, though, that, innit? Like,
performative. Yeah. I don't think I could do it now either. I just can't. I get too embarrassed when I do an act out on stage.
Also, when you like lean into a new bit and you go, this is 4 minutes long or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I remember once, I just discovered who Jerry Seinfeld was? Because I used to think he was a politician, right? Because he was on in the morning before, like they put Seinfeld on in the morning when I was going to school. So I was like, oh, that's an adult thing. And then one of our...
was a politician with a sitcom.
Yeah, I just thought, oh, it's like, I don't know. He was always in a suit. And then
What a politician.
one of our friends, Carl, took me to go and see him, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And it's like brilliant, like wordplay and hey, things are things. So I wrote a things
It's a
are
great
things
Jerry
bit,
Seinfeld impression.
and it was all about the words good and bad. I was like, I might be good, but I also might be bad. And if it's bad, it's good, and it's half good. And fuck, I looked down and I'd been done like 20 seconds of a 4-minute bit, and it was fucking rubbish. Wasn't
sounds
No,
great.
it was so bad.
It was good and bad.
Yeah. Those bits where your mate's doing something on stage, you're like, oh, I'm drinking this in.
Yeah.
I learned over time to, if you've had an idea, just quickly get it on stage, keep it loose, keep it conversational, and you won't fuck it up by overwriting it. Like I was brutal. I used to go, right, I'm writing a bit. That's a good idea. And then whoever I'd been watching would influence how I'd write it. Like if I'd watched John Oliver or something, you'd be like, oh, Dan, you've just done a shit writing impression of John Oliver.
Yeah.
And then you start performing the new bit and you've made it impossibly hard to do. Yeah. Whereas if you just go, oh, this is funny, and you try it on stage, you actually give it a better chance of being funny because you get into the crux of it quicker.
Thought.
Yeah. And then after that, you can write it and you add in embellishments. But whenever I did that thing of like, this will be clever, I'll write this, and you're writing it for ages, and then you've got to learn it. And then you try it and it doesn't work. You're like, I've wasted so much time.
And some comics are more like they seep into your style, like they're too infectious. You know, like so. James Acaster's the worst, I think. If I ever watch James Acaster,
there's so many people, they come on and look.
Yeah. And I just don't watch him anymore because it like affects me. And I bumped into him on the tube before a gig once. Just chatted to him on the tube for about 5 minutes, honestly on stage. I was like, Acaster, I was like, that's insane. Like I can't be near that man.
Yeah, so quite a unique style, wasn't he?
Do you two ever think about, like, because obviously when people start doing stand-up, you just go, right, well, I'm going to have to tell a story or do a thing. Do you ever go, what would you do if you had to do like 1 minute?
Oh, well.
Yeah, but it's written by you and Adam.
Carl's going to do 10 minutes.
What?
When we have 30,000 patrons, I've got to do 10 minutes, but it's written by Dan and Adam.
Sign up at patreon.com/haveawordpod and make my dreams come true.
But if you were to choose, let's say 3-minute bit.
Well, we're writing it for the Patreon special that we're recording, and Carl's just got this really good new bit about pissing on the top of a pyramid. I think is going to go pretty well.
Sounds good and bad.
You've got to get on all fours, mate.
It's very performative.
I don't know. Finn, have you got any in you know? Finn's fucking led a wild
Yeah, I think I'd probably do some Welsh or like real or Turkey-based stories, probably.
Get this, by the way. When he lost his virginity, first time, an hour and a half shagging. No cum.
And she came multiple times?
17.
Did she?
That's what I said, but he said yeah.
Well, she said she did.
He said yeah. That's not who I'm asking, really, is it?
I'm not ringing her.
You sound like a live version of some of those have a words, or you know when people write in like, lads, have a word with me. I'm fucking too many birds and I'm knackered because all these ladies want a bit of this.
I don't think I've ever made up one of the stories I've told on here. They've all been true.
I truly believe
right, okay, cool.
That's why people love and fear you. Because who comes
that
out?
and the hour and a half sex session.
Yeah, if you had made up these stories about year 9 at Grill High School, then you should be writing scripts because it's incredible creative writing.
Well,
I believe
there's more. They'll come out eventually.
I think you'd find it. Carl doing stand-up
would find
be
it impossible because I know what not to do, but that doesn't mean I know what to do. I just know what shit.
You've got to move that mic stand out the way.
Oh my god!
You know too much.
I know.
I think you'd be good. You'd be
like
miles ahead of most
I would
people.
hate myself because I wouldn't be as good as all my friends who are incredible comics.
That makes you a perfect comic because we all hate ourselves and we're all jealous of
And we
people
all feel
around us.
threatened by our friends.
But also, to be a comic, you have to fuck it up for a while.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I just think
I couldn't.
I just think you
couldn't do it. I could never do it now. I'm 10 years past it.
Oh, I couldn't start now. Even though you started at 18, I couldn't have started at 18.
Yeah, 18, 19, yeah.
I was 24 and I was like, why was I hanging around with an 18-year-old?
I look back, I don't know what I was doing. I was an idiot.
I like the old dudes. They're my favourite.
The ones that come in at 60.
Just love them. I love them. I'm like, how have you? I don't know how you've ended up here.
Yeah.
Like from the first Beat the Frogs I was doing, there'd be, and it wasn't every gig. It maybe once a month you'd have a 60-year-old who was like, well, she's left me and I'm doing this.
Yeah.
My dog died, so I might as well fill the time somehow. And I love him.
Is there anybody who's done that and come in and gone, oh shit, you've actually got something?
Jeff Innocent.
Did he come in late?
Jeff Innocent was a late
Was
into
he?
stand-up. Yeah. So Jeff Innocent is what, 60 odd?
reckon
my
nearly
guess,
70s in his
yeah.
70s, yeah.
right? My guess, and you'd have to. I don't know. I'd love to get Jeff on this fucking podcast. I think he's been going a year or two more than me.
Bloody
Like
hell.
that's That's it. Yeah.
You know he's massive on Instagram now.
Oh, he's just blown up because he's
up.
fucking brilliant.
Yeah, he's the best.
he's so
The amazing thing about the internet is no one has to. There's no people
He looks a bit
deciding
like Jeff
who goes up.
Innocent. The Hollow Man does look a bit like Jeff Innocent.
He's so good. Shout out to the lad who came and got a selfie. So we were at Hot Water together about a month ago. Jeff was opening. Rob Mulholland was in the middle. And I was closing. It was a Thursday night. And Jeff was there all week. And I was just doing the one night. And because of Have a Word and because of our connection, like the Lids and Hot Water, like so many of our lot go and watch comedy at Hot Water. And I've got very used to getting recognised at Hot Water. It's just par for the course. Even more so Adam, and then obviously even more so Paul Smith. But as soon as I'm there, I'm almost waiting for someone to go, Dan, fucking, can we get a picture? And I will do it forever. Like, never worry about asking me for a selfie. Because I remember when no one gave two fucks. So me and Jeff were talking, and this guy was like coming up and doing all the sort of positions, and then just went, can I have a picture? And I went, yeah. So I went to go forward. He was like, thanks, Jeff. We really love you. And I was like, oh, no. So I was like, it was such a good moment. I was like, cool. So I took the picture. He was like, oh, cheers, mate. I was like, nice one. That's how good he is. Some 18, 19-year-old kid. And I would have put my fucking house on them being a Patreon.
Yeah.
Was like that guy who's nearly, I'd guess he's 65 odd or whatever.
Yeah.
He's such a fucking good comic. But I think he was late on started. There's a guy at the moment who's, I think, a retired doctor who's doing stand-up, has gone... Come through Beat the Frogs.
There's something about the ones who start later who kind of need it a bit more. Like, you know, the ones who like got a bit more to lose. You know, if you're like 40 and you've got a family. And you're like, I'm going to give stand-up a go. Yeah, and they've really got to get good quick because otherwise, like, they're letting down their entire family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
whereas when you're
turning
19,
pro,
it
yeah.
doesn't matter, does
We
it?
were just fanning around and
Yeah, you got no
getting up to all
dependence.
sorts.
Well, we talked about it on the last Patreon with Ishan. It's way easier when you're young to be like, I'll just try this. And
Yeah.
that didn't work. And like, it doesn't matter as much.
You got no...
But I think like, and then there's the guys who've got families and mortgages and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I love I'm 65 and I want to get out of the house. I love it. It's just a weird lane of like amateur comedy.
Did me and Adam book you for our gig in
think
Liverpool?
so.
I'm sure we did, but we didn't end up putting it on.
Right.
Because it was you, Brennan, Pete, that group of comics who were kind of,
The
Yeah.
trio.
around the same time.
The trio.
We
the
were
lads.
a trio
Is
of
there anybody
lads.
else in that your class?
Yeah, Will Duggan.
Will Duggan.
Kiri.
Yeah, there you go.
But we used to spend quite a lot of time writing, just playing FIFA,
Yeah.
going to gigs, hanging around gigs.
Remember that basement? You used to come hang out in my basement. I used to live in this basement flat, and it was so bad for me. Like the lack of light.
Like people in
was
the Ukraine would be
really-
like, no. Like it was
It was
dreadful.
so bad. But it, like,
Je
was my-
suis no.
it was my.
Are you definitely Ukrainian? I'm from the French quarter of Kiev.
It was my first flat out of uni, and I was like, "Oh, this is it." Me and my mate living together, and you would come round, and I'd just be so sad because I hadn't enough sunlight. You don't know at the age of 21 that you need sunlight, so you just sit in this darkness.
You must have ended up in my bunker in Didsbury a few times.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you remember when I had a basement flat? And same thing. She showed me around and she was like, well, this has just come down £25 a month. So it is a bit of an option because no one had lived in it for 6 months. The back bedroom had damp. It had bars on the windows.
This is like yours.
And I was
so
like,
bad.
freedom! I fucking loved it.
You just don't realise you need light. Like when the first time that was a bleak year. Me and my mate Andy lived together. We had no friends in Manchester. And I made some comedy mates, but not many. We got addicted to eating custard creams.
Addicted.
Honestly addicted. No,
Crushing them up, snorting
addicted is
them.
the right word. We'd get through a pack a night. He'd go teaching. He'd go teaching in the day. I'd wait for him at home.
Just waiting.
So
You
sad.
opened the custard creams without me.
Sometimes I'd start them before he got home. And we knew it had got out of hand where it got to 11 p.m. at night. We'd already had a pack. And we said, let's go out and get another one. We went to the local petrol station, the little Esso garage.
That's where you want to go?
And we fucking had to ask the guy through the window to get us some custard creams. It was the bleakest thing.
It's weirdly emasculating,
shutter.
isn't it? Could you go and get me, a grown man, getting
Yeah.
another
How
grown man
big
to
are
go
we
and
saying?
get
We're
him custard
talking like
creams?
the two.
The double pack.
Like a
we'll get
double
through,
roll.
We'll get through those every night. And then that night, when it really, we had to go and get help, we did 2 packs.
Were you doing them dry? Or were you having like a...
No, with
Do them
tea.
dry.
You dunk. You
Put
dunk
them
in
on.
tea.
Put mayo on them.
I know,
I
but
can
you've got
do
to have them with a
custard cream.
drink, haven't you? They're
No.
quite-
No.
No, you dunk. I should
Creams
say,
in it?
No, if you have more than
And
3
custard.
without a drink, you're going to be like... Your mouth's
Get
going to
me
be
3
all dry.
custard creams right now, and I will smash the fuck out of
By
all
the way,
3.
bourbons are better. Just
No,
saying.
they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not.
They are. I like a custard cream. I'm not, whatever. But I'm picking a bourbon every day.
Bourbon's got that weird sugar on top, those little granules. It tastes like
No.
grandma's fingers. It's horrible. It's disgusting.
Stop eating your grand's fingers. No, give me bourbons all day, mate.
I can't, well, you know what? I have to have bourbons because I've now found out I'm severely lactose intolerant. And I
course you are.
I think the custard creams might have played a role. I think sort of
things.
taking a pack a night might have.
If you've never seen Steve Bugeja before, I think we've all got you must by now have worked out that she's like, listen, it got pretty bad. I was living in a basement flat, and me and my mate were addicted to custard creams, and it was out of hand. I was seeing a therapist for a while.
That's
Amazing.
the least rock star. I think that is the least rock star thing to ever be.
It was one of the lowest moments of my life.
Just
Glad you
he'd come
imagine.
round, he'd be there, just like
Just imagine the
off his
feeling
tits.
of 2 21-year-old lads getting back into their flat at like 11:30 at night with another pack of custard creams.
And you were living like near the student area. There was things going. You could have gone to
there was
Revolution.
stuff we could have done, but no one we knew, and we were just on our own dunking custard creams. And that is when.
How bad would it be if you went in a shop and the dude was like, "That's enough.
Yeah.
No more."
Just looked
custard
at a
creams
picture
for
of
you."
him on the wall. I'm so sorry.
Don't
This is
sell
for
this
your own
man
good.
anything with cream in it. Oh God, it was bad.
This, I mean, I don't know whether you'll appreciate you telling this. We don't come out great in this.
Oh, don't. What story are you
don't
going
come
to
on
tell?
screen.
What story are you going to tell? Give me the headline.
It would be.
The headline.
It was a gig.
Is it biscuit based?
It was a gig with me,
Is it Freshers Week?
you. It could have been Freshers Week and Deliso
No,
Chaponda.
you shouldn't tell the story.
I should though. Should I?
Liso Chaponda, the only African comedian in comedy. Go!
I would
Oh, he's
like
not.
to
There
is there a
is
veto
a
on
few
it?
more.
What's the policy on
We
stories?
can say it and I'll cut it out if it's bad.
No, you can't. Don't give him
No,
that.
no,
offer.
it's fat. Like,
I would. I mean, it's not that bad. It's just like
I don't think it's that bad.
yeah. It was. You know
seems
what?
awful.
It is around the same
I know it.
time
I think I
as the
know
custard
it.
cream. It's
Go on.
around that time.
So you
that puts
were
some
in
context.
peril. Like you
It
were
does,
coming
yeah.
through rehab.
You were in a dark place.
He's
It was a very
Yeah,
dark.
no
place.
windows.
You know what? I should also say I now still live in a bedroom with no windows. I haven't learnt my lesson.
What?
Yeah, my
You live in
bedroom
an
has-
easy hotel.
No, I live in a fucking basement flat in
Yeah,
Brixton.
but he's
and I've
moved
got no
on.
windows.
He's moved on to pink wafers, so it's things are different. Tell the story.
Oh, I was trying to change the topic. Then.
I don't think it's that bad.
No, it's not that bad.
Like you
It's
were
just
21.
yeah.
So I would have been 22,
30, 35.
Yeah, 86. So we've done this gig. And it's like Freshers Week. We're having a nice time. And then after the gig's finished, no one wants to talk to us. So I leave, Steve leaves, and I'm driving home. And then I get a phone call from Steve Bugeja, and he goes, Deliso's just rung, and there's some girls that want to hang out with us. I have never pulled a handbrake turn in my life, but I fucking did it on a dual carriageway. I was literally like, "Ah!" By the time I'm there, you're already waiting. We're both panting just with
Well, no,
excitement.
I'd also gone home.
You've gone home as well.
I'd gone home to my basement.
Your custard creams.
Custard creams. I was about to open a fresh pack.
So we're both there like, okay, where are these girls? So we meet some
For
girls.
some context, also, this wasn't a thing that regularly happened. It wasn't. This was like this
A
felt-
one-off.
This
That's why
felt
it's a story.
exciting. It was like, oh my god, like
Yeah.
people actually want to talk to us.
Yeah.
Not for you, but for me, it was like that.
Go on.
So Deliso's there talking to two girls, and then we turn up, and the girls are more interested in us,
Yeah.
which is great. So then we're chatting with them, we have some drinks, and then maybe an hour later we go back to their halls, but their halls, their rooms are right next to each other. Like, and you know what halls are like?
Yeah.
They're thin walls.
Yeah.
This story's so bad.
So I go in to my room with one of them, and we have a kiss and a cuddle, and then we have sex. Oh. Yeah, sexual intercourse with each other.
Wow. Are you watching Auntie Karen?
Let's say this lasts 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, let's say that. Let's say that, shall we? I was there, mate. I know how long.
I was in there for enough time, and then I left. And as I'm leaving, I could just hear through the wall, "So, what do your parents do?"
We were getting on. It's a polite question to ask.
Is this pre or post sex? Is this?
I didn't have sex with her. I was chatting to her about her background and where she was from.
Oh my God.
That's lovely.
So nice. Such a nice guy.
I love the fact he was worried about. He's like, "Don't tell that one." Where it's really nice and polite.
Follow-up question. Have you got any biscuits? Oh my God.
But it's just bleak that I like changed the whole plan of my night to go back and then just chat to this girl.
We were just young.
Yeah.
And then you got stuck in the halls, didn't you?
I had to climb a fence.
You had to push a bin to a fence and climb over.
I had to climb a fence after finding out her dad's an architect.
How the fuck? Have you seen this podcast before? How did you this is a bad one? I honestly, I saw, this pod is so bad. In my head, I was like, if this is Deliso based, this could go so wrong. He's basically just going, these are two ladies that are interested in you. And that's the end of me in this story. Yeah. Oh my God.
No, I just feel a bit icky about the whole thing.
But you've had sex.
In the past, not that night, but yeah, other nights. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it was
Shall we have a break?
Nice girl.
Shall we have a break?
Let's have a break.
There's no following that. Hello, everyone. Just a quick announcement about my tour that starts next month. Thursday, the 31st of August, I start my tour in Chester. It runs all the way through September, October, ending at the Liverpool Philharmonic on November the 22nd, the biggest show of my young career. And some very exciting news. We've just announced extra dates in Hull and Glasgow on Thursday, the 9th of November, and Monday, the 13th in Glasgow. So I'd really like you to come down. The new hour is flying. I've just done my first previews. I cannot wait to go on tour. We've got 5 sellout shows. A whole host of the other gigs are listed as last few tickets available. Get on my website, www.dannightingale.com. Come and see Dan Nightingale's special in the Oldham. Appreciate your lids. Nice one. We are back, section 4 of
part 4 of 4.
Part 4 of 4. Here with comedian Steve Bugeja and comedian friend Brennan Reece.
But you're also a writer, though, aren't you? Because you also written a sitcom.
Yeah, I've written 2 series of a sitcom and acted in it.
And he was in it.
And I was in it.
I know, I'm just
why
saying.
not?
Do you know what his character was called?
Steve.
Finn.
Really, yeah?
Yeah. We needed
Is it inspired by anyone?
we needed a name that sort of
Taylor.
oozed beta male. And that's what we were for.
That checks.
But you're also a stand-up, Steve.
I'm a
and you're
stand-up.
going to the Edinburgh
Oh,
Comedy
you were setting
Fringe
me up.
Festival.
Yeah, I'm going to the Fringe Festival. I'm doing a show.
Not
this
doing your
August.
script there, right? Sorry, go on.
When, where, what's it called? How'd you get tickets?
Monkey Barrel at 5 p.m. every single day in August. It's called Steve Bugeja Self-Doubt, open brackets, I think, close brackets. Please buy some tickets. Buy loads of tickets. You've got loads of Edinburgh followers, haven't you?
But do you actually want people to buy loads of tickets, or do you want everyone to buy the
want
amount that? Do you want more audience, or do you want more tickets?
Oh, no, I want more audience. I want loads of people to buy individual tickets.
Okay.
Please, yeah.
Nice.
It's 5 p.m. as well, so I think it's a good slot because obviously I'm not your main person. You know what I mean? Like you want to go see your favourite at 8, 5. I'm just filling a lovely little gap
100%.
there.
I had a tea time show for 3 years on the bounce. Oh, it was lovely.
Yeah.
No one's too pissed. everyone's like, I've got tickets to so and so.
Yeah, it's like a bonus. You're just a bonus
Great.
to they're going to see, flipping Ed Gamble, but that you get to just be
Nice
the guy
little trailer,
before.
little fluffer.
Yeah,
Take it.
I'm excited. Yeah, so come buy
The link
tickets.
will be in the episode description.
Bugeja.
Yeah?
It's how you spell my surname as well. That's always a nightmare.
Bugeja.
Bugeja. Bugeja.
Where's that from?
Malta. It's very common in Malta. It's like Smith over there, but not here, sadly.
Do you remember when you were going to change your name to
Yeah.
make it so people could spell it?
Yeah, which actually I should have done. The first maybe months of gigs, I called myself my middle name, and I couldn't bear hearing it. It was out loud. It was Steve Charles, which is also a snooker hall in Manchester. And every time I got brought onto
Steve
stage,
Charles.
it'd be like, "Welcome to stage, Steve Charles." I just I just feel sick inside, so I went back to Steve Bugeja.
Because you were going to be like Stevie Bug at one point.
Stevie Bug, yeah.
Hey
I should
guys,
have
I'm
gone for
Stevie
Steve
Bug.
Bug, I reckon. That would have been a good compromise. But Jake Bug was quite big at the time, and I didn't want to look like I was just taking his name. But as he sort of petered out, so
Yeah, you've outlived Jake Bug.
I've outlived it. I've not reached the heights of Jake Bug, but I've definitely.
He's just still alive, though, isn't he?
I'm sure he's alive. I'm sure he's doing well.
I saw him last year.
Did you?
He,
Where was he?
supported Jerry Cinnamon.
Yeah, but he just got one album and that's what he's doing. Okay.
Yeah.
He's
He's Swedish. Maybe you knew that. He's
Does
good,
everyone
isn't
know about your name or not? Is that a private secret thing?
No, it's not.
he? I can't. I know your first name.
Because I had to ask at lunchtime.
Me thinking you calling you that makes me sick.
I think she's sick.
If I said that name and you, I'm
Yeah.
like, "Wah!"
When I hear people call you by your actual name, I honestly am like, well, who are they talking to?
Fuck Sticks McSwankles. It's a weird
Reese. Fuck Sticks McSwankles Reese. He's such a. I don't
one. So
know
you
what
were
they
called
thinking.
Paul Brennan,
Called-
and then
yeah.
when you registered it
on
what's it called?
the nonce register, they went.
What's it
that
called?
name's taken, mate.
Unity.
Equity.
Unity.
Equity. So I left drama school. No.
You're a rail worker.
Yeah.
And that's why you're here. You're on strike.
Mick Lynch was like, no, you can't have that now.
So no two actors were allowed the same name. And there was a man called Paul Brennan who was about 70 odd. So as a kid, I knew he existed because I used to get sent his checks from when he was on the BBC. Because when I was like a kid actor, and the two names must have been on the same database. So I used to get sent thousands of pounds. And mum was just put in your account and they might ask for it back and they never
As
did.
well as fags and pornography.
I was a rich...
Fraud.
Yep.
You just stole this man's money.
You dodgy little
And then
shit.
on my 18th, I sold this watch. I have been so rich ever since.
Is he dead now?
I don't know.
Because statute of limitations, you're fucking in the clear, mate.
Yeah, but do you want me to go back to Paul?
No, I mean
Paul
that all
Brennan.
the money you've stole off.
But yeah, he died because he couldn't afford any food because he wasn't getting any checks.
Well, he was getting my acting things and they weren't coming through. So
So it's you went mother's maiden name and then everyone can get in your accounts now.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, just add 08 on the end of that with an exclamation mark and you're in.
But yeah, I should have gone stage name. Do you reckon Steve Charles would have been better?
What's your mum's maiden name?
Watts, Steve Watts.
So you would have been Bugeja Watts
Bugeja Watts.
Yeah, using your model, yeah.
using my model.
I'd have been Nightingale Sharples.
Have you not been listening? No. Finn just went, don't say that. We just had a joke about
Oh, I
mums.
missed it. Sorry, I was Googling Paul Brennan. I was zoned out.
Don't tell anyone his password.
How many thousands of pounds did you embezzle from this poor gentleman?
At least $5,000. Yeah, as a kid as well.
I think you're in the clear now, though. It's gone, isn't it?
Well, that's gone.
Is statute of
That's-
limitations an American thing that you've seen on American television?
Yeah, take him to American court. You'll be all right.
Yeah. You're safe in America. Don't worry. Shall we do some underrated, overrated?
Yeah.
Want to explain to Steve how to play?
He is a grown man and he's quite intelligent.
No, you have to explain how to play.
So I'm going to say something,
Yeah.
and as innocuous and pointless as it seems, we go in the paint one way or the other. Underrated or overrated. And then less fun is, it's just rated.
Yeah.
We're
That's
going to
just
do
rated
this.
exactly the amount it should
Yeah.
be rated. Okay.
We're going to do this speed round because we've got a whole swathe.
Oh, nice.
Swathe. Good word.
Yes. Okay, so cheap and greasy as fuck independent chicken shops. Mine in Scunthorpe is Fried Chicken, aka SFC. So that's from someone who's had the name deleted, but right now you're like, no, I've written in from Scunny.
Only good if you're really drunk. Like, if you actually look at the food, it's not.
Yeah, the skin's wet.
Yeah, it's not good.
No one wants wet skin.
No.
I went to Morley's Chicken on the way home the other night, sober, and I regretted it so bad.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I ate it all, but I regretted it as I was eating it.
And the bones, why are they always black?
There's too many bones as well.
Snap.
Yeah. There's more bones in the chicken than there should be in the chicken.
Yeah.
Can I just say though, there are these amazing anomalies
Nabsies.
where there's takeaways in certain places where it is a cheapy, greasy takeaway, but they're just good.
Chili's near the frog.
Nabsies
Shout out
is
Babu.
fire.
Shout out as if. Not them by their
I'm
first
going to
name.
say overrated.
Overrated.
Yeah.
Well
overrated.
overrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just with a slight asterisk for the occasional one.
If you're bladdered, yeah, it's good, but...
But you could say that about anything.
Yeah, you're right. You know, actually, sometimes when you're gigging away, you're like, I just need some scran and it's right there. That is regret 4 out of 5 times.
Yeah.
But you should just be getting a chicken shish kebab every time. Like, you know what I mean? In
That is
kind of
true.
situation. That you never regret one of those.
Always trust the sheesh.
Always.
Talking Finn's language now. Because he's Turkish. Duncan Sharp says, a completely clean inbox with nothing unread.
That is nice. But I don't think I can currently say that, unfortunately.
Yeah. Should we compare?
Mine's quite low.
What's your inbox on?
191.
Let's have a game. Is high good or low good?
What? You've got 191?
Unread.
Mine is.
Do you want to see the numbers
disgusting.
on my phone? Is just numbers.
I'm embarrassed to say what mine is on.
I've got
Are you messing?
numbers everywhere.
Mine is so bad.
Everyone say their Instagram notifications, the DMs. How many have you got on the arrow?
Oh, Instagram?
On the
Oh,
Instagram
no, I
arrow.
deal with them ones.
How many have you got?
Oh, right now,
0.
No.
8, but
8?
but it's more than 8. It's probably about 70 because they refresh after a week.
Oh, yeah.
No,
God.
Gmail.
Right, Gmail. Okay, ready? Go.
Unread.
Unread.
The Gmail app.
3.
3.
And that's been since I've been in here.
Will's got 2,160.
Okay,
is nasty.
I've got 11,211.
What are you talking about?
I can raise that just about 11,842.
Do you know you can mark all as red? You know that?
I know. I've heard there's like you can put like inbox semicolon.
No,
all-
you literally just go on. Are you on an iPhone?
Yeah.
You can go on your mail app, go on edit, top right.
No, I'm on the Gmail app though.
Oh, you can select
Guys,
all
and
then mark as red.
We can talk about this
How do
later.
you get through the day with
you're
like,
absolutely in
that
the weeds
hanging
on
over you?
this. What? Brendan's right.
I've got 37 unread WhatsApps.
What?
People,
How are you not reading WhatsApps?
because of that many people, loads of people message me, so they all get buried.
It's cool.
No, it's not cool. It's not reply.
My actual mail app on Apple has got 39,302.
39,000.
Steve, you give off the air
I know.
of a man who has a clear
inbox.
everything.
Well,
Yeah.
you say that once.
Yeah, I
I
do
went
give
to go
off
and
that.
say with Steve, I can't remember where, maybe like London. And
Like London.
he was staying at his girlfriend at the time. And his room.
Oh yeah.
I just had to. I did a deep clean. Well, not even a clean. It was a
Tidy. It was a tidy.
But it was a 4-hour tidy because it was a fucking bomb.
I am a lot better than I was, but now it doesn't matter. I've got no windows. You can't fucking see anything in there, so it can be as dirty as you want.
Do you know what the worst thing was when I cleaned that room? Right, it took me ages. Put all the books in like color coordinated, all that sorted out really nicely, and then I
have to do
picked up a bean bag. And the bottom fell out, and all the tiny bits went everywhere. And I just fucking screamed in your house, and no one was. I just went.
Did you have to clean it up? Yeah. Oh, you're
I
so
remember
cute.
that beanbag.
Yeah.
Beanbag,
There's
that.
my Gmail inbox.
How many?
5. 5
Yeah,
unread.
but mine's all like.
And
There's a lot in there though.
Mine's all
What do you
spam.
mean?
though.
That's all red.
Oh, fine.
Mine's
Inbox.
all, I've got one off Matthew Doherty, yeah, but I don't open that one. Mine's all just spam. Art of football.
Yeah, a lot of mine's.
Yeah,
Planet
well,
Yoga.
I empty my junk every day.
George, good.
Yeah, but what do you do with your Gmail?
Here's a simple
That's
pleasure.
my last email.
Here's a simple pleasure. Oh,
Hang on.
nice.
Hang on.
My last email is advertising a gig you're on, Brennan,
Yeah.
at the beer keller.
Simple pleasure. Going on an He's got the music playing.
Makes me want to do pills. Just a bit. Go on. What?
A simple pleasure is having an unsubscribe spree.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Having a
I have
little
started doing
unsubscribe
that.
when you go, right, these people have been in mine for ages, bam, unsubscribe, and you do like 50 of them. That feels lovely.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah,
nice.
beer 42 or whatever they're called.
Yeah, being 52. I mean,
52.
they used to give us money, so we like
Another
them.
one I like doing is a whole password change on everything. So you know what password you're on. You just go through all your accounts. Change.
Why are you not using
So there's a master
You should be
password
using
that could
suggested-
bring you down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
there's
dash
just
lane.
one.
Or dash lane.
Can I just
What's
say,
dash lane?
It does it. Or
after we've just all said our maiden
last
names,
pass.
we all have to do that.
last pass. It's basically a
Our
thing that
maiden
controls
name.
all.
No,
Yeah.
use suggested password on Google.
What about this for a simple pleasure? Just raising two beautiful children and like building a home with your wife, and
That's
just
nice.
just knowing
That
that
is
you're
nice.
you're part of this amazing
Overrated.
family unit. It's just such a simple pleasure,
Nah,
isn't it?
fingering with latex gloves on.
Wallace, he loves fingering, does Wallace?
I've never heard a dog say "Amen."
Amen, motherfucker.
We're still doing underrated, overrated. Don't fucking, just because you know I love the jingle, don't be simple pleasuring me.
But it was.
Shayab Alam says adult scooters, underrated, overrated.
Underrated.
Sexy.
Depends when you're on them. Like if you're on it, it's actually the best
Are we
one.
talking the motorised ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you see someone on it, God, I want someone to fall off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If I'm
yeah.
driving, I hope they die. But if I'm on one, I'm hoping I'm fun.
Canned cocktails. Shayab Alam says canned cocktails.
I can't say I've ever had one, you know.
Little
I'd
cat-
say a bit overrated. They're never very good.
Yeah, you're right. They're
the,
again.
the little pink
I'm doing the
G&Ts.
thing.
Remember
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
Who was the
doing
woman
that
who got
thing.
fucked by Mojito? Who was the politician?
Fucked by a mojito.
Diane Abbott.
Oh,
Diane Abbott.
She what? She got fucked by a mojito.
No, metaphorically. She was she was drinking a mojito on the London Overground, and she got given a court order or something like that. I don't
Yeah.
know.
And everyone's like, that's the worst thing ever when everyone's done it.
Yeah, but Diane Abbott's badass, man. She's backbencher. She just mixes it up. She gets a mojito, brings down a government. Fucking
What is backbench?
It
Means you're
means,
not on
it
the-
means you're an MP, but you're not part of the government or the shadow cabinet.
Oh, so you're just like freewheeling?
You're the ones who
Yeah,
fall
you
asleep
just-
and go, hey.
They're in the party, but they sit on the bank. But they sit
not necess-
physically.
yeah.
Back of the
Yeah.
bus rules. Cool
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah, Diane Abbott.
Did I tell?
That's what Jeremy Corbyn was for years.
Yeah.
And then the whole party went renegade left wing.
I went and watched the House of Parliament the other day. You can
Went
just
and
watch
watched
it.
it?
Yeah, you can watch it from the public viewing gallery. I took a girl.
What?
To watch it.
You big sexy bastard.
Nothing's
It was
changed.
such a bad date idea. 'Cause-
Nothing's changed.
No, but you know what? Because this girl was like, "Oh, think of something original for our date," and like it's like a dates arms race out there. Like you've got to think of more and more original stuff. You know, like people are going axe throwing, people are going pizza making. I went too far. I couldn't see the wood for the trees, and I took her to the public viewing gallery of the House of Commons, and we sat.
Sat in silence.
We got there, and you go through security.
PMQs?
No, it wasn't even. It wasn't even a main event. It was like a farming subsidy debate. It was half attended, and it was so bad. Nothing kills sexual tension like being fucking 2 chevrons away from Jacob Rees-Mogg. And I was there just like trying to flip in, you know, keep the date alive. There's no drinks up there. You're just sober in the you know, like looking down.
No, a canned cocktail. So what do your
No, you
parents
can't.
do?
It's not. You can't. It's not BYOB. You know, you gotta just sit there. It was
You can go
awful.
and watch court. That'd be better. You can go in and watch a court case.
Yeah, you have to just check the docket before you take a date in there.
Why?
What's the case that's being tried?
You picked the best one. Don't
Yeah,
you?
okay, cool. You don't just go, cool, pick a number between 1 and 5. In we go, court 4.
Yeah.
Speed round.
I can talk about it when I'm back.
Michael McCarroll says, we just had to cut someone out.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
A suggestion for overrated, underrated, the new wrappers for Kit Kat bars.
Shite.
Ever since
Oh,
they
yeah.
changed from paper and foil wrappers, I'm curious to know what the lids think.
He's so right.
He's right.
I used to love pressing down on the top and getting a little Kit Kat indent and then snapping it and having,
It's special.
running your thumbnail through the middle and breaking it.
Simple pleasure.
No,
Yeah.
I like it because when you buy a 4, you can just have 2, put it back.
Free. You eat 2 and
No,
put
hang
it
on,
back.
hang on.
What?
So you like the normal, the new plastic?
I like the new one.
Oh no, that
Fresh,
that was
very
half of the
fresh.
fun.
Fuck off.
And in other countries, they have mad flavors.
Japan has the most.
Really
That's
sick.
the most.
They have the matcha one is insane.
Kit Kat over here has gone pretty.
Renegade.
Yeah,
There's like
the salted
Oreo and
caramel
stuff
one
like
is,
that.
mate. Salted caramel is such a sweet tooth thing. But I love
I've got a
it.
new favourite
not for
chocolate
me.
bar.
Oh
It's
yeah.
dairy milk with crunchy bits in it.
Is it the crunchy rocks?
No, they're oh, mate.
They're like crack.
They might be the greatest thing God ever invented.
Why is there not that as a bar?
There is. Just said it. The crunchy bar.
I'm confused now.
It's a big bar of dairy milk, and it's got that inside.
Where can I get
Asda,
that?
Costco. There's a telly on outside for some reason, but you need to turn them down.
Steve's in
Can
a
I just-
meeting with the. he's doing a meeting,
gone
but
down
it's
to
the
the
loudest
floor
thing ever.
Yeah, he's being too loud.
Can I just say, someone's lactose intolerant? This whole section has been quite triggering for me.
You know your chocolate
Just
now?
listering your
Mate,
chocolate
can I
bars.
just say, I've recently found out I'm lactose intolerant as well, and it's one of the worst things that's ever
Have
happened.
you got the pills?
It's what?
I told you about them on holiday.
Lactase pills.
did,
It'll
didn't
change your
I?
life, mate.
What? So you can.
I did. I
have
sent you
lactose?
the link.
Is it like prep?
Is that what you're talking about?
Everything you needed for it. I sent you the link. I was like, here's where you buy them. Here's where you get it,
Well,
and you just ignored it.
You just get it on Amazon, and it gives you the lactase to digest the lactose, so you're fine.
So
you can have
So you're
sex again?
having lacto.
I am, but you can't. Like, I don't take the mick. You know what I mean? I have a few pills. You can't then like have a pizza. That's a bit much. But you could have like a chocolate bar or something maybe.
Right. Cool. Thanks, Steve. Thanks for that
Honestly, it's
recommendation.
amazing.
I wish someone had.
But I had
Told
5
me
years
about
without them, so I know what it's. You know, it's hard.
Talking of dairy milk with crunchy bits, have you ever had in Ireland where you're going to go?
Tato.
No.
Yeah, it's Tato.
No, it's not Tato.
It is. It's chocolate with crisp in it.
It's not what I'm trying to say.
That's better.
I mean, they're nice though. The mint one with crunchy mint in.
Oh, you sexy unbelievable.
Do you know what? We'll go Ireland, get the
I'm
watch
going
and
on
we'll
Thursday.
just scran all the
I'm going on first.
So what's it called?
mint crisp.
Yeah, it's mate.
Called
And
mint
Tato.
crisp.
Tato is chocolate with crisps in it.
Shout out Kieran Barlett, who's sponsored by fucking Tato's. It's one of the best
Is
things
it?
I've ever seen. Yeah, just it's so beautiful. Finn Grossfils says, "Is he?
That's my parallel universe twin.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Gross.
Grossfield.
Underrated, overrated? Cold showers.
Oh, I do it every morning.
Oh, really?
I'm one of those wankers. Yeah, every morning, 30 seconds, just blitz it. Like normal shower, cold
Why?
shower.
Cold
30
shower at the
seconds.
end.
Cold shower at the end.
So
Yeah,
meant
that's
to
the
do, yeah.
the,
yeah,
the pore
and then
closer.
walk out. You can't go back to hot. You've got to come out on the cold.
Why?
Because
Closes
obviously
your
undo
pores.
the coldness, I think. I don't know.
No, but why do you get? What does the cold do?
Oh, just like it gives you a rush, you know, just like a euphoria.
It's meant to be so good for
a
you.
euphoria.
You ever had a coffee?
Yeah, I've had one, but honestly, cold showers, it's starting to wear off. That when you start doing it, it's honestly a game changer. Then you need to go harder and harder. It's like custard creams. You need to take more and more to get the same kick.
So I've heard people just go all cold showers now. That's like whatever
That's hot, innit?
whatever time of the year.
But you can't be
with
cleaning
off.
your body with cold water.
You can if you're hardcore, mate.
You can't.
You need that water. You wouldn't clean your clothes on cold water. would you?
Finn also says underrated, overrated mustaches.
I think they fit, you know.
Yeah, I think they're
Yeah,
coming
depends
back.
on the
They look sick.
person, doesn't it?
I think they're coming back. Just a solid mustache.
I like
No.
a this sounds like I'm after a man.
Stubble with mustache.
Stubble with a tash.
Yeah.
You look great with stubble and a
Twitter.
tash.
No, I cannot change my facial hair.
Yeah.
These lot
Yeah.
Who was that
squealed
Riley
when I
Green?
changed my
Get him
facial
up.
hair.
The country artist who
Oh, the one we saw?
He's got a muzzy with a bit of stubble and he's fit.
So
Mate, he could wear a fucking red nose day nose and I would still be into him. God, Riley Green. Oh, look at him.
there.
Oh,
He's a
mate.
handsome man.
Tell me you don't want to watch him fix a truck.
He's a sexy boy.
You're a great example, though, Dan, of you suited different forms of facial hair. But the worst one was when you had it without, and I just didn't want to talk to you for those few days where you had no facial hair.
Everyone was freaked out. I'm
Well,
telling
that's
you
what
this
happens
right
with
now.
kids and dads, innit? Do you know when your dad shaved his beard off and you go, fuck the fuck?
Yeah,
That's what
well,
you've
my
done
kids
there.
did the same thing. I'm telling you right now that if I go trans, I'm keeping the beard. I'm just letting you know.
Like Conchita.
I'm going to be one of them lasses with a full ginger beard.
Cuddy verse.
Do it.
And I think everyone will be all right with it.
I've only recently committed to a beard in the last 6
I
months.
thought
which
you
has
were going to
changed.
say something about being trans.
Have you had the pills?
These cold showers have had quite an effect.
Yeah, I've recently committed to a beard and it's changed my life, I think. I don't know what I was doing before.
Yeah, you.
It does, I suit it and it just, I feel, I look older but better.
It looks good.
It just, yeah.
You look, listen, you look great. You can tell Adam's not here. This has been really like affirming.
Manscaped have just brought a new beard trimmer out. You'll have seen the advert and it looks unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
I'd
full
use
box.
it as a trans woman, so yeah.
You get the trimmer, you get all like beard balms, everything. I'm just going to brush over that.
What are you doing?
You'll have seen the advert before I've said this, but this product is insane. We're 20.
I've only got a beard because I've got a fat head.
Yeah.
I'd rather be clean shaven.
No, I do not trust clean shaven men.
But You see me when I used to be clean shaven and skinny.
You look clean shaven.
Yeah, you were cute.
I wouldn't
I
shave.
was so cute.
You were very cute.
You
I
were
was a
very-
cute little
you were
boy.
I wouldn't
fuckable.
shave next week for court. Beers with food, underrated, overrated. Beers with food.
Overrated.
Beers with food.
Yeah, like if you're out with your boys getting skidland, you get a beer. I like
Nope.
it.
Yeah.
I get a
I
Diet
think it's
Coke.
disgusting.
Diet Coke with them.
Just a normal drink.
Yeah.
You want it to
Curry
be
though.
refreshing.
Come on, boys. With the curry.
No,
it
I-
works with the curry.
You just mean a big lad. You don't want a
No,
beer.
I'm telling you.
You would
It-
prefer
it-
a big Fanta.
it
A
it-
pint.
it complements curry. I get it. If you said I don't have beer with any food, I'd get it. But there's something about with a curry, particularly a lager top or a shandy. Surely.
But it's not how it was meant to be, was it? Because
Yeah, in India,
curry
that's how
comes
they-
from India, where they
they
don't
love a
really
beer.
drink.
They
They don't
love a
love a
beer.
beer.
Love a
They
tiger
love a
beer.
singer,
Qingdao.
a tiger.
Singer.
Yeah, I know they have beers, but isn't it against most people's religion in India?
Oh, right. Just let's ignore the Hindus. They love a bev, mate. The Sikhs are always on it. The other ones, not as much.
Stag dudes love them.
Last one from Finn Grossfields. Cricket, underrated, overrated.
I don't
Dog
get it.
shit. I think it's boring. I think it's like golf. I think it's like tennis.
No.
I was on board.
I was on board.
Wimbledon is on.
I was on board with you there.
Tennis is okay, but those slow-moving sports, cricket, golf,
Slow
baseball,
moving.
Yes.
The ball goes really fast.
yeah, once every hour.
Yeah.
NFL.
I'm jealous of people who get
What?
enjoyment out of cricket.
But you
You
me
mean
too,
like-
because it looks fun as fuck.
But the people who are really into it and like
fucking
spend
great.
4 days watching it, I'm like,
Oh,
I
I
wish,
think no
I
one's
could,
got
wish I
4
could get
days.
that.
Do you know, I've started working out with the Ashes because it's the 2 tests have been really good. That I just go in. I just started work out with the Ashes. So I get
Ashes?
4 days. If you just watch the last day, because everything's been so tense these first 2 tests, it's great.
Aren't they
It's
cheating
like
though?
what?
That little dirty run out.
Yeah, it was honestly Monday at Lords. So when's this going public? It'll be a week ago. It was unreal how intense it got. Like any sport, the more you know about it, the more you put into it, the more you get out of it.
Yeah.
The Cricket World Cup in 2019 was fucking brilliant fun. And it culminated in one of the most amazing sporting finals that came down to the last moments, and England won it. Like, I honestly, for English football fans or people who've never given a fuck about cricket, I wish I could go back and go, just watch this World Cup, because it's also short. It's like day cricket and it's not the full test. It's just so when it happens on Monday, the Australian wicketkeeper saw Johnny Bairstow, who like comes in at 5 or 6, is our wicketkeeper but batter, and it was in Australia's favour, and he just at the end of the over just wandered out of his.
Well, it wasn't the end of the over though. That's the point.
Oh, it
isn't
wasn't. He
No,
just-
no. He thought the over had ended because the wicketkeeper had the ball.
Basically, the Aussies were in their right to go, you've wandered out your crease,
Yeah.
so we're taking the wicket. It was genuine confusion. You would say that in the name of good sportsmanship, everyone understood what was going on, but they got the wicket, and it got really fucking eddy. And those Middlesex members who were like the Lords members, the absolute epitome of the Tories we slag off all the time. Some of them wear yellow and red pinstripe fucking jackets. Started fucking heckling the Aussie players, like unheard of in the 100 and odd years of Lords. And it fired up Ben Stokes. It was so quality watching Ben Stokes just get fucking annoyed and start swinging the bat. It was honestly building up to be such a good close to that test, and he got out. But like, I know people hate cricket, but when you know a bit and you just put a little bit of investment with timing, it can be so good. That was building up to be one of the best things I've ever seen.
Do you know what? After listening to you speak so passionately about
that was amazing.
I'd still say it's overrated.
Yeah, cool.
What do you think about the NFL, Steve?
Be careful now.
I was going to say, I went to watch the cricket in the Lords, you know, the short one. It's not T20, the newer one. 100, yeah. And there was a DJ. There was like fireworks and dancers.
So
It was
things
like,
that aren't cricket.
yeah,
That's what they
there
have
was
to do.
loads of things that weren't cricket to make it good. Yeah.
I think that's why my granddad died, because the 100 took off. Honestly, I think he's such a purist. He was the biggest cricket fan I've ever known. And I think he's died on purpose, like knowing that was taking off. He's just gone, I'm done with this.
Oh, I'm sorry to bring it up, mate.
No, it's fine. I was joking.
That's how he's been working out with the Ashes.
My granddad's.
NFL, yeah. I think I used to like Madden, so that's
good.
I used to play the game before I understood the proper version of it, and now that's how I got into it.
It's so good.
Thank you.
It's the best.
Well done.
It's better than football.
Yeah, everything's better than football now.
Joe Templeman says, underrated, overrated, pate, either on toast or any other type of bread. Had it tonight and think it's a banger.
Who's having that not at Christmas?
Pate meat.
No, pate's great.
It is great, but I never have it unless it's between the time of the 25th of December to the 6th of January.
Well, sometimes
That's
it's
'cause
a
you're-
starter in a restaurant. I know, but I'm not now. I'm veggie, but
Oh,
before that, it was a starter
Like
in a
a
restaurant.
fish
Oh, I
pate.
love
Yeah.
pate. A
dirty,
fish
innit?
pate.
Fish pate.
Oh,
And it stinks. Like, it really stinks.
it's my favourite food. Sometimes I eat it with a spoon. You fucking animals.
Ooh.
It looks like poo paste.
Like a petit falou.
Pate.
Yeah. What's this new laugh I'm doing? Catch a pigeon. Right. Should we do some have a words and close this bad boy out? Steve, it's
Yeah.
been really fun having you,
Thanks
mate.
for having us. I've really loved it.
Yeah, thanks
an
for
old
coming on
simple
our
pleasure.
podcast.
What?
It's
There's
nice.
no simple pleasures.
Well, we hammered simple pleasures on the Patreon episodes.
Go and sign up to see them.
Also, they're too similar to underrated, overrated. But I'm just giving you a little, editor's note. Have a word says.
I don't need them, mate.
Slag off.
Do this thing with me
cricket.
fucking own.
That would be an awkward episode, wouldn't it?
No, I mean the afterwards. I do it on my own.
Oh, right. Okay, good.
When
But if
go
you did the
home,
whole
fucking
episode,
wash your car.
get up from that one. Stevie says, crummy girlfriend.
Crummy?
Crummy.
Overrated.
Crummy.
Crummy.
Sounds like your ideal woman.
Covered in custard creams.
Dirty girl. Says, how are we, lids? I need you to have a word with me bird, Chloe. With me bird.
Me bird.
At least once a week, and every single time after a night out, she makes toast at night and eats it in bed. Thing is, she knows it makes crumbs, so she eats it on my side of the bed, then rolls over, so I'm sleeping on bits of fucking toast all night.
Fucking
Have a word.
Oh my god. It's there with the bat.
Chloe, watch this. That's for you. Off you
That
go.
is
You go.
psychological abuse.
So Laura does this. In all truth,
She
this
comes
is
in your room.
what?
She comes in your room and eats toast.
This is part of the reason we sleep separately.
You
She's
sleep
a-
in separate
she's
rooms?
a-
That sounds heaven.
So do I.
It's re-
Do you? Oh,
yeah,
that's so
he sleeps in
fit.
separate rooms from Laura as well.
I don't.
That's what he thinks.
Yeah,
Let's go. Do.
so Dan,
He's just there. I could do this on my own.
Dan, have you got your own actual bedroom?
I'm gonna have my own house soon. It's still exciting. Everyone's taking everything at face value. We're fine. We're not splitting up. Yeah, I do. Yeah,
I love this.
two rooms.
This
so does
sounds-
Carl.
It's the secret to a fucking Serica wakes up at 5 a.m. What am I doing? She goes to bed at 10, half 10.
Why is she going to get
how
up at
do you-
5?
Because she's a teacher.
How do you decide which
School
bed you're going
starts
to?
at 9.
It doesn't. School starts at 7 when she gets there for her.
What's she doing at 7?
Getting there early to work.
Stretches.
Do you not know
Stretches.
teachers are
Writing the name on the blackboard.
horribly overworked and overstretched?
With 2 bedrooms, how do you decide which one you're going to?
What do you honestly think? You just decide.
They just do it on
We've
the
got
landing.
our own bedrooms. I pick my own artwork for the walls. It's
No,
fucking
no.
great.
When you want to have sex,
Oh, yeah, that is, yeah.
is it like a negotiation?
She's got a
You've been to
double-
my place.
It's like
last week.
Champions League rules every 2 weeks and yours. And
Home
then
and
yeah.
away. You get away goals.
And sometimes we have a friendly in the garden office. That's like being in Korea.
A tour match.
Yeah, that's a good point. My bed
in the
is,
big bed.
Yeah, my bed just got a little bit of a creak on it. It's like creaking. I need to remember that. I'm going to write.
I don't know why. In my head,
What?
every time you describe your bedroom, I'm imagining a single bed. Like
Yeah,
that's-
yeah.
It's not a double
With
bed.
like
in
a
my
racing car.
Yeah.
on the
and like
Bunk bed with a
some
desk
sort of
underneath.
Funny duvet cover.
Yeah, we're a football team.
Yeah.
Don't get it. I don't
That's
get
what
it.
we imagine.
That's a great bedroom.
Watford border.
Yeah, everyone's seen the film Cars, and I really enjoyed it. No, I've got a queen.
I like a creaky bed, by the way.
Have I got a queen?
Yeah,
Do you
that's
like a creaky bed?
for sex? Yeah.
Oh, because you think you're like, yeah.
Because it makes it naughtier.
Well, also, it sounds like the bed's getting involved. It's just like, yeah.
No, because when you
Clip it.
when you're younger and you're in each other's parents' house, you're like, oh, fuck, the bed has to be quiet. So it's got that little bit of taboo about it still. I think it adds to it. I like a creaky bed.
Yeah. Now we've gone full circle, so we've got kids and we can't have creaking. It's got to be like,
you can just tell them the creaking's something else. Oh, we're just doing road work.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah, you have
bedroom.
to
and then pay for the therapy.
No, we're just doing dovetail joints in the bedroom. Go to sleep.
Yeah, Etta would take that. Oh, it's dovetail joints. Don't worry about it.
So with your separate beds, how do you decide?
Decide to what?
You've got a favourite bed, is what you're saying.
You got
She has like a 50-gram bed.
50 gram?
No, 50 gram. It's that big bed is like the best bed in the
Is
world.
it?
Yeah, it's a Caesar.
What's that? A brand?
No, it's a size of bed.
Yeah, it's a small.
Caesar?
It's a small
It's a
yappy
dressing,
bed.
isn't it?
Like Julius,
It's 8 foot wide, I think.
8 foot wide bed.
Yeah.
What bigger than Kane?
Yeah, Kane could lie on it sideways and not.
And
Yeah, and it's
Kane the wrestler. Is that what you're using as a measurement?
he was 7 foot.
it's
It's between Kane and Big Show. That kind of size.
It's got the best Simba mattress on it. It's
Wow.
like literally the world's best bed.
Is it 2 doubles next to each other essentially?
Basically, yeah.
I couldn't be dealing with that gap down the middle though.
That's
No,
not
that
a. That's 2 beds.
That is the
The
best.
Caesar
That is
size.
2 beds, isn't it?
That's not a bed. I can literally see it
So
nailed together.
your partner has 2 double beds and she still doesn't want you in it. Like that.
No, there you go. That's it. And it's a similar back thing to it as well. Ours is green though.
Wow.
The beauty of having your separate beds is you can snore, wank, sleep, whatever. But this toast thing, Laura's constantly on the snacks.
In
late
bed?
night.
Yeah, I'm the snacker in
And
bed.
I don't care. I don't care because it's her bed. She can have a fucking full roast.
Yeah.
Have at it. It's when you're sharing
You mean the
beds, this
food,
is
right?
annoying.
The food, yeah.
Spit.
Stevie, you're gonna have to lay down some bed rules.
Just get your own bed. Tell her to fucking
Yeah.
like it.
That's the other one.
Or bunk beds?
Bunk beds?
Or
No.
get one of those trays with the bean bags on the bottom.
No,
Oh, yeah.
eat it downstairs.
No.
In the kitchen, the
Eating-
dining room, the front room.
Do you eat toast in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I don't even make it back to the living room. I'm like, it's going to be cold by the time I get there.
Food doesn't come up to bed.
Or go to the ensuite and have it over the sink.
How big's your house?
It's an exaggeration, but no,
Never eat toast in the West Wing.
toast it has a very short shelf life in terms of from when it's out the
The
toaster.
top piece?
Not so short that you can't move rooms.
By the time you've put your condiments on it, then you're running out of time. The clock's ticking.
Condiments. You put mustard on it.
Last night I had to eat dry toast because I thought it had butter. And I really loved it.
If I'd have put it in the bin, I'd been so angry at
No,
myself.
I was like, right, well, it's made now. It was a bagel thin. It was delicious. It was like a big biscuit.
Oh,
You would have loved it.
The opposite of simple pleasure. When in the morning I go to pour cornflakes out, and then I go to the fridge, and someone's had the last bit of my lacto-free milk. Honestly, I can't tell you how much
Do you
I
know
want.
he has dry crumpets?
Sometimes,
That's obscene.
Sometimes.
You might as well eat a sponge.
not by preference, just sometimes. Before they've even been toasted.
Why do they have to go in 4 times before they're even good?
Yeah, toasters can't do crumpets.
No.
And they're the
this
hottest
is-
things on the planet as well.
Pretty hardcore end to this episode. Fucking crumpets. Right, let's call it a pod, guys. Shall we call it a pod? Is everyone pod?
Go on.
Pod?
Yeah.
Pod.
Thanks so much for watching and listening to. Thank you to all the audio pod fans. We appreciate the tits at you. This is where it started. Oh, geez.
Where do we-
Stephen Bugeja. What a
Yes.
fucking pleasure it's been.
Thanks for having us. I've really loved this. Can I come back when Adam's here?
What are all... No. He specifically booked you
Yeah,
when he
I
was
did
away.
wonder, as he said, like,
What are your socials?
Steve Bugeja Comedy on Instagram, Bugeja, Bugeja, and then Steve Bugeja on Twitter or whatever. Come give us a follow. There's videos
And follow
stuff.
Brennan for time traveling fingering.
And court case dates and times.
We don't know that. It was left out.
Oh, not allowed. And we've got a song, haven't we?
Yes, we got Glasgow as well this Saturday. If you're listening this week, come
Yeah,
and watch us
Saturday
in
the
Glasgow.
15th of July.
I think there's not many tickets left.
Yeah, 15th of July.
Yeah, Saturday the 15th of July. If you want to come, we are on the last tickets. Haveawordlive.com. Go and see Adam on tour, Adam ROWE comedy.co.uk.
I think it's just adamrowe.co.uk, is it?
Is it?
No, Adam Rowe.
Adam Rowe.
AdamRowe.world.biz.tv.
Yeah.
Come and see me on tour, dannightingale.com. We've got some music this week, and it's my mate. It's Boo Kicks. Follow her at Boo__Kicks. KICKZ. I knew I'd fuck it up. Just it's the 1 week where I give a shit. This song is called Fig and Cassis. And you can follow her on Instagram, Spotify, and Patreon. You can also buy her songs on Bandcamp, where the money goes straight to the artist. This is Boo Kicks with Figs and Cassis. See you, lads. Appreciate it.
Bye.